All right. Here we are with Transformers, Fellowship of Cybertron, Episode 2. Did I do seasons before? I don't think I did. Season 1, Episode 2. Episode 2, the second episode of the first time we did this. I am Devin, the referee. Oh, no, I am Devin, the Overlord, Tarantulas, Decepticon scientist. Because I play in this game, I'm a player. And to my left, we have X playing Y, who is Z Playbook.
Nicole playing Breakout, who is the pair made up of Smash and Grab.
It's not a bot.
Oh yeah, and I'm also not a bot.
Tyler, who's playing Flutter, the elf.
Kevin, who's playing Necronom, the spider.
Peter as Multiplex the Giant.
No, you're going to say your alignments?
Doesn't matter anymore. The war's over, Devin. We won.
Wait, who won? And it's like, I'm actually a spawn of Unicron. Entropy is the true driving force in this galaxy.
No, just cut to the end of, the Golden Lagoon. We won. Look at the desolate wasteland.
I love the Captain Planet message in that episode, which was, littering is awesome. Yes. Littering is awesome, and R. Kelly's urine will make you immortal. It was a golden pond of gold that made you indestructible. Golden rain.
Greed is bad, Devin. Greed is bad.
I guess.
Don't bedazzle yourself.
I guess. So, who would like to recap what happened last session?
We were on a boat.
Most of us were on the boat. We were traveling over the Sea of Rust.
We encountered a great kraken.
And we
Cracked
pummeled.
it.
You did. You really did. Alright, so, in the interim of you guys taking the ferry across the Sea of Rust to bring the refugees to Titan's Last Stand, people are still, trading information. Like, you land on a shore and continue walking, because at the end of the journey, you got to Titan's Last Stand. But, there's small outposts, there's individuals, people who rumor trade, people who still have Teletran networks set up that can, receive communications over long periods of time. It takes the bits a while to travel through the dead pathways of Cybertron. It's not instantaneous anymore. But you have heard that the ship that has come to Cybertron that carries the Decepticon scientist Mesothalus has sent out an entourage that is gathering in the area around Titan's Last Stand. He's up to something over there. And as a reminder, their entourage are Insecticons.
What was his name?
Tarantulas. But
Very
his
so fun.
real, the name that you don't know yet is Mesothalus.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't done his full, I'm Tarantulas, Decepticon war scientist.
That was my slave name.
I mean...
Years have not been kind to him.
So, you guys, we open on the plains of, of Titan's Last Stand. Let me, there we are. So, I guess many of you, the entourage and the group in various forms of alt mode, carrying those who don't really have enough speed to keep up with the pack. It's a convoy, basically. Crest over some of the old, dilapidated, destroyed mega highways of this part of Cybertron, which is, I think, the outskirts of Iacon. And you crest a few megastructures and old off-ramps, and Titan's Last Stand is before you, kind of, down a natural or an artificial cliffside. And it is very clear what this is. There is a Cybertronian bigger than any you could possibly comprehend. Like, his hand could carry, he could probably pick up multiplex. Like, his torso can fit in his hand. On his back, legs askew, one arm just lying out there on the ground, another hand reaching up to the heavens. It's dead black eyes and empty power veins in him, with a huge Autobot symbol on his chest cavity, and just bedazzled in cannons and artillery range and weapon systems. A walking war machine, the likes of which Cybertron will never see again.
When it comes into view, both my characters put their hands over their autobot symbol.
Their shield.
Yes. One's kind of on their crotch, so it might look a little bit weird. People know what I'm doing. People know what I'm doing. Saluting. I was going to say I take off my hat, but we
You
don't
could have a hat. People could have hats.
I don't. Hitler doesn't wear hats.
Monster. Megatron does have a bucket helmet, though.
No, it's just part of his head.
They call him bucket helmet in the show.
When they learn what buckets
Oh,
are.
fun! Actually, no, it is a helmet. Same with Shockwave, Soundwave. Like Soundwave's squareness, it's actually a helmet he has soldered onto him, along with his faceplate.
Weird.
But yeah, a lot of the Autobots there kind of just like, like look at the edge of the canyon to this figure and kind of are all solemn, because this is, a Titan. A being created before the autocracy even existed, squirreled away in some forgotten part of the Autobots' home city before rising up in the very last possible moment to save the entire race by shepherding them to the stars with his life's blood. All around him is the broken down scaffolding of the Ark and the other cargo haulers that were being built for the Exodus. Most of it's been reclaimed and torn down, and there's a large barrier built around it, like a huge wall that's sloped inward, almost like a cradle or a crater. And you can see activity moving all around it, like small shapes, moving in and out of parts of it. It looks like it's a whole fortification.
I guess we go there.
Yeah, alright, I guess. No one has anything to say. Alright, yeah, so you guys just head on down?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll zip ahead. Try and get a little bit of a scout of it first.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to kind of approach the structure. It's pretty big. It looks like they've been scavenging the old city and the old building structures for a while now. A couple mega cycles. Just putting it all together. And yeah, as you approach, I guess you can flip through their security net, which they have. It's not really like a bug zapper so much as it's detect something's nearby. But there's gun emplacements built into this thing. You can see like energon banks hanging off the side of some of the cannons. This place is armed and defended. It hasn't been abandoned or anything. And it looks like someone's taken like an Autobot symbol off of one of the haulers that were blown out of the sky during the Exodus and it's like welded it to the wall. So there's just a huge red stoic face staring down at you. Tiny little you.
Okay. I'd like to look closely, I guess.
What are you looking for? What are you trying to gather from here?
I'm trying to see if the people are agitated or on alert any more than might be usual, or if anything seems to be out of place.
Okay, and how are you doing that? You're just like zipping around using your scanners?
Moving
and stuff?
around, scanning, optic sensors.
Alright, sure. That is definitely look closely, so you roll a sense.
I got a 7.
Okay, so you can ask 2 questions.
Okay. So
Oh, anyone can answer, but the Overlord has the final say.
is something hidden or out of place? If so, what looks suspicious?
Anyone want to field that?
Pardon?
Anyone want to field that? Anyone can answer these questions. Alright. You're looking around, and I assume you get like an aerial view, because you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
You're not stuck to the ground like so much chaff. There are clearly power lines going from Metroplex's battle emplacements, like on his shoulders and built into his body, into the city itself, moving into different areas. It looks like energon lines are feeding to some of his artillery cannons, which implies that they might have orbital targeting assets. Like they might be able to use Metroplex's tech to shoot people.
Okay. Tell me about the people manning the orbital cannons. What are they doing? What will they do next?
It looks like they're actually moving, like, you can see people moving depot supplies back and forth under, like, bunker covers. It looks like they're moving ammunition into it. Like you can see like energon clips being filled into like generators and like wind up like heat sinks and stuff. They're prepping for something. There's something happening here.
Are these people Autobots?
Oh yeah, all over the place. Red and black, or red and blue, or blue and white. Like they're wearing the colors. They got their shields out. They're loud and proud.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to the group. Guys, this place looks fairly well defended. I was able to get through their security net, but they have one in place. I don't know if they will shoot on sight if we approach, especially since they all seem to be Autobots. We might not respond well to Decepticons or former Decepticons showing up. They also seem to be tapping into Metroplex and are using it to build orbital defense cannons.
We have too many Decepticon refugees here to risk approaching without some sign of our intent.
I can go.
Likely best to send someone ahead, yes.
Alright, so you take alt form and just zip on down an off ramp?
Yeah.
Alright, the whole group kind of just gathers around. The two Autobots that are part of the group are going to hang out here and just with the flock, because this is what they were doing before you guys showed up. You know who they are. You were hanging out with the oil spill and half pipe.
Yeah.
Alright. So, and it's just you going?
Well, both of me
Yeah.
and my foxes. Yeah.
I'll float with you.
Alright.
I'm neutral, so
Yeah, you don't have a Decepticon shield, so it's
No,
not like they're gonna think
not
you're.
emblazoned with
They're
the
not
Decepticons.
gonna. Plus, you're really small.
Yeah.
Like I'm already small, and you're like even smaller. So it's not like they might not even see you.
Alright, as you're approaching, you get pretty close to like the first wave of like, they have like these like chest-high battle emplacements that pop up as you're coming through. You know, almost like the city's responding to warriors coming through. The city's like that. Your world is like that. Whatever you need, the city kind of provided back when it was alive. So if you're in the middle of a firefight, like roads and stuff will like give you cover and shit for either side. But yeah, it looks like there's still spark of energy here from all the different Cybertronians kind of putting energon into the area. But yeah, as you're flying up, the Autobot symbol, on either side of it, two large scanners kind of snap out and do like a large laser field scan. And that booming voice of Teletran, which is the world's old archaic like guiding intelligence, not God, but just this thing that Cybertron had, it was kind of like a world network, kind of booms out of speakers built into the head. Wrecker identification confirmed. Welcome, Breakout.
Salutes or whatever.
Salutes the face. And you can see people on the battlements like looking out, like just Autobot soldiers, four-wheelers in red and blue with just the generic kind of patterning, just being like, "It's Breakout!" They're like waving. One of them's like shooting into the air.
I guess I just walk in.
Yeah, it's one of the side parts of the walls start to like tessellate up, and it moves up kind of like security grading in a store, like how it's that thick chain link that goes down. That starts rolling up, making the sound. Yeah, and like a large kind of locking door slides open, and a bunch of Autobot four-wheelers will come on out, and one gray and green scarred up like truck, basically. A little smaller than the rest of them, but not small enough to be a different size category. Starts rolling up with like black smoke coming out of its muffler.
Oh god.
as we approach, I'm going to start recording so I can replay this later if I need to.
Is that like a pet trick you have?
No, I just assumed because I'm a robot I can do it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was wondering if that was like a thing you'd re-customized.
So as we pull up, I'm going to, because we're in our two-layer form right now, gonna both of us roll up and then cross paths, and as we do, we're gonna transform into Breakout.
Yeah, they approach, the truck kind of drives up behind them and takes the form that you're familiar with. Green and gray and kind of, beaten up, humanoid pattern, a lot of rounded edges and kind of, shoulder pauldrons and what looks like a duckbill hat that's been, cracked in half and kind of to the side. an old man-looking Cybertronian with a machine in his mouth that lights up at the end that gives off burning energon. You know him, Cup, the old one. Cup has been known like that since your character was young. He walks with what looks like an old like tech rifle that's been like twisted up and smelted, and it's used as a cane. What do we got going on over here? Report, Wrecker.
Hi there. We have a whole bunch of refugees here. Not all of them fought on the Autobot side of the war, so we figured it would be best to approach just me, considering just gesture a huge giant Autobot symbol.
Smart. So you got buyer's remorse with you?
Who?
Whole group of them, right? Nah, fucking kids today. You slagging kids today can't even get a good metaphor. Back in my day, they weren't even called it before Metamorph stole the word. They were called cups. You got a bunch of Decepticons up there who want shelter now that the war's gotten bad, and we're losing, and the world ended, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nah.
Not all of them were Decepticons. Most of them, I think, were neutral or whatever.
Neutral?
Yeah.
The only time I use neutral is when someone's pushing me into an energy circulator so I can empty out my oil. Ever since we lost all those nurses, the boys have been handsy about it. So you want me to let a bunch of cons roll on in?
Yeah.
What do they offer?
They're refugees.
Well, yeah, and we're refuge. We let in too many refugees, resources go down, we're refuse.
That was a nice bit of wordplay there.
We're called cups back in the day.
I don't know what to tell you. They're refugees. They don't have anything to offer, other than, I guess, labor.
One of the troopers is like, "Sir, we have to let them know." It's like, we have to? Kidding me? What would Optimus do? What would Optimus do? He'd fly in a spaceship into a black hole and explode. That's what he'd do.
I'm gonna land on Breakout's shoulder.
Oh well, you got something on your you got some scrap on your shoulder.
It's one of my teammates.
Is that alive?
Yeah.
I thought I was hallucinating that. He like rubs one of his eyeballs and like kind of tightens it like a camera lens.
We could offer to work on behalf of the refugees. I'm sure we could do something for this group.
Did you say that loud enough for other people to
No,
hear?
just you.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know if your character's quiet or if that's just you. Well, if you need something in return, then we can always, what do you need?
That's the Wrecker spirit. Favor train to give refugees to poor, sickly cons. All right, give us your cyber lepers. We'll hole them up. I'm sure we can find work for strapping young lads like yourself.
All right.
He's a Wrecker too. He was the first Wrecker, he says.
Says a lot of things.
Yeah, I was the first Wrecker. That's when they were called Cups Heroes. Optimus said it wouldn't play well, but he's a librarian. What does he know? Or is he a cop? Boy, couldn't keep an alt form or a job. Their liberal ideas, the young class.
King Lord.
Alright, bring him up, bring him up.
I'll gesture for the,
Everyone line up, we're gonna do a handoff.
So the white flag goes down, the pirate flag goes up.
Yar.
It's an Autobot symbol with black angry eyebrows over it.
We just smack it down on the board.
There's bones beneath it.
Wrenches.
Yep. Pistons.
Yeah, there you go, pistons. That's a good one. All right, so you start feeding the refugees through. So when do you show up?
Well, I'm moving around with the pack. I'll probably carrying some people that can't walk on their own, just hulking around there.
One of the cannons starts pointing with a tracking laser.
Whoa! He's with us.
Do you mean the little guy being held hostage by the Decepticon war machine? Don't worry, he'll live. We're gonna put it on stun, then we're gonna cut its head off.
No, the Decepticon war machine is currently trying to save these refugees.
He's got such big hands. You sure he's not crushing them? You sure those aren't bodies in stasis?
Yes.
Hey, Jumbo!
Yes, little one.
Don't you scrap and call me little one, Multiplex. I was there when you were just a little gear inside some steel being forged.
Oh, where are you now?
Oh,
Are
what's
you prime now?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, Multiplex.
Yes. We seem to be having them every couple thousand years.
Obviously, we do have it every couple cycles. So, when did you trade in your soul, your spark, for a bunch of purple?
Well,
That wasn't a question that required an answer. It was rhetorical and mean-spirited.
oh, you. Some of us were at the start of the war. At the start of the first war.
The first war. Which first war? There have been a few. Alright, you Energon Guzzler. You can come on in, but just don't tap any of the resources. I know you. You're a refinery. You generate your own internal energy.
That I do.
That's right. Maybe plug yourself into the grid. Give some back.
That's what I intend.
Manually, not, through your cannon. I know you're old and a little senile, but just because we have a red face on us doesn't mean we're targets.
Well, it looks like my brother over there could use a little bit of tune-up.
Don't you say that about Metroplex. You are not family.
I was literally like.
He will never call you brother.
When he said that, my character was like about shaking his head, like about to say eh, and then he said it.
You say that to his face when he's awake, and we'll see if he's accepted you.
We'll see.
Is that everyone?
Just gonna hop off Multiplex's shoulder all the way
You
down.
got some scrap on your shoulder there. Let me get it.
Also with
He's
us.
just trying to angle that cane gun.
Also
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah, he wraps his
What's
like
with
weird
you?
tail cord around his arm. He's like,
I took robot mode.
yeah,
I thought I was hallucinating that.
cute.
Cute. All right, cute. Nice to meet you. What are you?
Necronom. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting before.
I've never been a Necrocon before. All right, so you're like a ghost?
Huh? Essentially.
Oh my! I didn't realize magic was real. He's like walking up. He's like, you look so alive. He's like trying to touch your face. He's like just inches away. It's like, tell me what your unfinished business is. So you can go back to the Matrix, spirit.
He has no eyes, but he is clearly staring at him.
In robot mode, you don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a xenomorph.
No, in robot mode, not in
Oh,
Xenomorph.
even in robot mode, he has no
Oh.
eyes. They
Yeah.
just don't show up.
It's a visor.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
A visor that like covers most of his.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I got like a full helm. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Because you know how xenomorphs have kind of the skull showing up underneath there? So he kind of has that print over
Yeah, I
his
kind of
face.
like a translucent, weird kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you softballed that in there. No, bring up the war machine first, then move the ghost in. Gotcha. Excellent delayed. Excellent distraction.
Oh,
I'm sure we have plenty of other surprises up our sleeves for you.
Can you wear anything? I thought, can you take on the form of the living? Just hobble along with you talking at you.
I take many forms.
So, when you get to Sea Spray, when you go back to the other side, you tell that son of a slag, he owes me for the last 3 bets we were on, alright? And I'll never forget that debt. I've forgotten more debts than he can imagine, but I'll never forget that one.
Sea Spray didn't make it.
I know! Tell him to bring it to the other side, into the Matrix. The ghost.
Oh.
I was there. He wasn't there. You were there. He was not. Alright, come on in. I'll show you around. So where's that? Are you buzzing around? Are you in robot mode? Or are you just flying around?
I'm just flying around.
What is that? Is that a ghost?
No,
Is
there's
that another spirit?
body.
So these were your Autobot leaders.
No, this is just a
Commando.
this is just a guy.
No wonder it's a barren wasteland.
Yeah, no wonder.
I'm gonna have Screech detach from my body and go off to. That's my little bird.
Yeah.
And go off to fly around Multiplex?
Metroplex.
Metroplex. Right, that's Multiplex.
That's
Yes.
multiplex. It's confusing, right?
Yes, very.
You couldn't call yourself like Doomstar or Genocon.
I'm sorry, a multi-purpose complex.
It's going to start flying around Metroplex and just scanning the structure and internals and stuff.
Not
I
a lot of
imagine-
damage to him. He's
it
in
will-
deep stasis though.
Yeah, I imagine it'll take a while to just kind of.
Yeah. Like just from preliminary stuff. Not a lot of battle damage. Like he didn't go down fighting.
Yeah. But more just like if they're tapping into him, kind of finding out where and how and what they're doing, and if anyone else has done anything similar,
Sure.
or if he's been modified in any way.
Okay. Do you want to report like now or later?
Later, because it'll take a while. I want it to do a really thorough search and scan.
Sure. Cup walks kind of back into the building as like people are coming through, and like there's Autobots lined up to do like a handoff. Like they'll walk up to a refugee and like they'll do like an arm handshake, like Knights used to do. They'll like greet people in and stuff one after another. Everyone goes through like that. Giant war machines, ghost Decepticons, infestation of bugs. My days just keep getting brighter and brighter till all are one. Yeah, he leads you into the city proper, past like the fortification itself is built into the wall. So it's like large industrial girders and complexes, multiple layers, emplacements everywhere, large open spaces where they haven't just built more floors because they don't have enough people to justify it, but they put up reinforcements against the outer wall. And yeah, it's just buzzing with activity. There are Autobots here, different shapes and sizes. A lot of them are smaller than they are bigger, though. Like standard size, some are a bit bigger, but most of them are standard size or smaller. Like there's Teletran terminals set up and computers, processors, energon banks. You can see like people are like fixing up gear and armory weapons. And there's like a lot of like security windows looking into the crater where they've kind of built smaller fortifications around Metroplex. This is Titan's last stand. It's probably the only Autobot stronghold left on Cybertron. This is where the refugees are gathering, or the last remnants of the war. We're trying to find as many as we can, assess their condition, and find a place for them. We're hoping some of the old vaults are still operational from the war. Crack one of those open gently without a lot of distraction. Get our troops down there, put them into stasis lock, wait out the apocalypse until the planet reboots, come on out, start on kicking con again.
What'll you do if someone finds you when you're all in stasis?
Die in our sleep.
What makes you so sure the planet will reset?
That's what Prime said. He went to the core of the world and talked to God, and God said that the Decepticons had poisoned the heart of the planet so badly he had to go through a full system restore. So it's going to take a few generations before he cycles out all the poison that got pumped into his veins by your glorious leader. And then he'll boot back up, and the life-giving energon will flow, and hey, might even have sparks starting to coin themselves again.
He told you that, and then he left the planet.
He was leading refugee ships. The only people that were left behind were people that either were thought dead or on the other side of the world, holding the line so the non-combatants could get out.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like listening, but I don't have anything to add.
Yeah. It's all that's left now. People who were thought dead and walked on out of, stasis lock or critical injuries. People we found in stasis where their energy reservoirs were going down, so we popped them out early. And people who held the line.
Suppose we're all ghosts in that regard.
Pretty much. We gotta find a place to go while the planet boots back up.
So how can we help you?
Well, we got a problem. Ship came into orbit a couple cycles ago. Been hearing rumors that there's a Decepticon science councilman on board. He's been sending out Insecticons, which only really showed up at the end of the war, and he took them over when he came back on in. These little gnarly little scraplet eaters came from the core of the planet when it ran out of food, and now they're feasting for scraps up here, eating the dead. So he showed up and put them under one banner. Now we got a contingent of those things circling the city on the outskirts and testing our defenses, checking for weak links in the fence.
Sounds like you need an exterminator.
Yep. Roll on in, kick some con, roll on out. Burn the nest down.
You know I'm always up for that.
We're not too worried about the ship, though.
Why is that?
Metroplex's cannons are still primed and ready to go, even if he's in stasis lock. It's a fun quirk of his, being a Titan. Some of his body functions are independent of his spark and brain processor. His autonomic functions function on their own little internal systems.
I suppose it does make it useful if you do go into stasis. He'll be able to guard you from most incursions while you sleep.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't do anything with that T-Cog, though. He's stuck in his... he can't go into alt mode while he's in stasis. In alt mode, he was a fortress. He was our HQ before we knew what he was. We just thought he was an old Icon building we set up shop in.
So you just want these Insecticons to stop attacking you?
Well, we definitely don't want them to come here. We don't know what they're up to. I just imagine they're here for our Energon caches. They're hungry slaggers.
Insecticons are many. If we do not deal with the source, then they'll never run out of troops to throw at us.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about bug hunting. Back when I was on Insectus Alpha, there's this infestation. He's going to go on into a story about spiders. It's going to take 15 actual minutes.
Sleep mode.
Yeah.
I'm going to scan all the terminals that are currently going on, see if there's anything interesting being displayed.
Most of the schematics of Metroplex is uplink armaments and stuff. You know, they're getting ready to use this thing against the ship if it comes near here and try to shoot it down if they try to mess with them.
I'm definitely going to record that.
Yeah. Okay, they're just prepping to defend themselves if that warship gets too close, because they don't really know what it can do. Other than that, there's a medical bay here. They're doing triage on bots that are too far gone or need part replacement or need rust clearing out. Rust is a killer. Once you get it, you start to fall apart. It's actually really hard for Cybertron to start to rust because your body's natural biology will resist it and push it out. So you have to be pretty sickly or old or low on Energon to start to actually rust out.
Or, go to a planet with water. Some kind of hell, some kind of death planet.
Some sort of death world that's covered in acid.
Yeah.
H2O is like the most caustic substance they know about. It's like a pure acid.
What about the actual acid?
It's not that bad. It neutralizes. Water never does.
Can I get an idea of the fields of fire for each of the cannons?
Sure,
What
definitely.
kind of area they cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I think this is where we're going to transition to the
A little downtime.
little downtime turn. Because you're in a safe place now. A community. Titan's Last Stand. So, let's pause and go over that and see what that's all like. Alright, so it's time for a little bit of downtime. You're going to spend a week recovering, but you're Immortal Titan, so a week is kind of relative for all of you guys. You're going to spend a while here, though, just getting your bearings, recovering, being around more Cybertronians than you have in a long time.
Yep.
Because, the population of the planet decreased significantly for some reason a little while ago. So you recover, which means all your gear resets, your HP resets, damage you have, companions, it all kind of goes back to fresh. And each of you gets a scene where you further your own goals or your own agendas. Because remember, you all have agendas about stuff you want to do and have to be doing in the game. So, who would like to go first for a little bit of downtime?
Well, I guess I can start then.
Multiplex.
So, I don't want to be helping to, power up Metroplex a bit, or that might be just its own thing later.
Oh, they're not doing that.
Well, that's what I'd like to do. Or just, I guess, go to my, refinery mode and start producing energy for those people to, hey, help them, power up themselves, produce some spare parts, and all that stuff I have on my thing. A little bit of some ultra energon. So yeah, generally help the community by providing the resources they need for, A,
Alright.
food, B, recovery, and so on and so on.
Alright, so you're going to just be providing labor for people?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let me go to the scene and see what I should be doing during a little bit of downtime. Alright. Road, dangerous, blah. Okay. Alright, well, I'll just go for the book. What made this harder than you expected?
Well, I guess people didn't trust me because, hey, I got a giant, Decepticon
You're a
shield.
giant walking Decepticon war machine?
Yeah, so people were prejudiced against that. They wouldn't want to, accept my help and so on. So a lot of prejudice going. So some people,
People are
despite
like, don't drink that, it'll poison you, it'll make you crazy.
Probably
Yeah.
the stuff they used to poison Cybertron.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Dark Energon.
yep. So prejudice made it harder.
Completely unearned prejudice makes it harder.
Yeah, it's not called prejudice.
Completely unearned suspicion of a certain cast makes it harder.
Yep.
Not cast. It's not a cast.
It's a cast of characters.
It's my cast mark.
Cast mark Decepticon. My anima banner's flaring. It's just a cannon you're firing. Alright, that's good. So yeah, people are leery about accepting help from you even though you're offering it. They don't see you as a gentle giant.
Nope.
Who wants to go next?
I'm going to go in and spend some time in the infirmary, and I'm just going to hang around with and keep company of the various people in there who are recuperating and recovering, and just kind of chatting and talking with them, trying to, be friendly and make their time pass a little more pleasantly, but also extract information at the same time.
Alright. What information did you hear that made you uncomfortable?
I heard that they are not planning to keep all of the Decepticon refugees.
There you go. Alright. Yeah, you overhear from one of the doctors, like, we can't sustain these people, and in, like, a couple gigacycles, we're just going to be killing each other anyway. Might as well then find their own home and set up shop and wait out the apocalypse. It's just easier. Alright, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Alright, Necronom, what are you up to in Titan's Last Stand?
I'm surveying the perimeter, reinforcing areas, making sure that all the turrets or whatever we have set up for defenses.
Guns.
Yeah, kind of overclocking those, making sure there's no seals. Setting up some traps as well, actually.
Look at that. Setting up some traps.
Yeah, he's setting up a minefield.
Okay.
Someone didn't like it.
Set up a minefield. Not a U field. Alright. What do you do that's particularly ingenious?
What do I do that's particularly ingenious? What do I know about Insecticons? Like how they
They swarm in numbers. A lot of them are mindless because they don't seem to be regular Cybertronians. They don't really have a sense of self-worth.
Maybe put traps underneath corpses.
How do they see compared to regular, like,
Optical sensors.
optical sensors? Is there a way I could set mines that, like, regular Transformers could see, but they could not? So nobody would accidentally step on them?
Kind of like how humans are pattern recognizers, so that's why we see faces and everything, so we can tell if there's a tiger in the brush.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's your clever way?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You camouflage the mines in a way by thinking like an insect. Specialization is for you.
Yeah.
And Breakout, you're last on the list. So yeah, if you're ever thinking of what you should be doing, look to your agendas.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if the Insecticons that are here have a leader. Keeping an eye out for
Like you go scouting.
Hardshell. Keeping an eye out for Hardshell.
Okay. In that case, who goes with you?
My guys.
Other than your guys.
Do I know anyone that's stealthy other than?
Do you?
Invent someone.
Like, that's all you do. You're like, yeah, there's a scout that goes with me.
Sure.
That's all I got. Yeah, four-wheeler. You know, one of the scouts, part of your generation. You know, do they have anything significant about them, like just to help flesh them out a bit? Doesn't have to be anything specific or anything like super detailed, like their color scheme or if they're male or female or if they have a funny voice.
They're a triple changer.
Sure. Yeah, little scout goes with you. And I guess that's the best part to go to the Overlord's turn. All right. Let me pause. Okay. As you're scouting, you kind of get through one of those high kind of broken highways and kind of try to track where the Insecticons are. And after a solid kind of week out in the field with your companion, Screwball, Autobot, gray and red color schemes, four-wheeler, kind of looks a bit like a Bumblebee or Cliffjumper redeco, except he could transform into a large listening satellite, like a little standy kind of. It's on stand.
Dish. Yeah.
It's like a satellite dish, but it's for listening. Yeah. It's pretty much his robot mode, but he fans himself out for hearing. I'm a triple changer. But you spot them, the swarm. It's a fair amount of Insecticons, different sizes. The small little shock drones, stock drones that overrun areas. But there's large brutes with it, some of those acid spitters you know about, and in the middle of the swarm, who digging up debris or trying to find access hatches or just battlefield stuff. Bigger than the rest of them, hulked out and covered in scars and divots and cuts is Hardshell. He is a bigger than almost everyone here, Decepticon. Except for Multiplex, he's a size bigger. He towers. He has round insect armoring all over him. His robot mode's head has a horn coming out that gouts out plasma or fire every once in a while because in his insect mode, that's a cannon he fires. Large rending claws coming off of his hands, and he has horns and mandibles on his face. But several of them on one side are slashed off, and there's a large divot in his open monster mouth. He has a Glasgow smile on one side. Yeah, you can see him directing the insects and corralling them. So that's their leader. That is what you discover. And I get to advance my plan as the Overlord. So, master plan. Okay, so I get to move it from level 1 to level 2. So level 1, he was beginning the plan, and level 2 is execute the plan. This patch of Insecticons seems to have been a sort of vanguard or scout force. When you start looking at what these kind of areas look like he opens up a hatch or whatever and more start pouring out, you start realizing that he hasn't been here scouting, he's been opening up these areas, and you've been kind of seeing he's been all around here. Those other areas are foxholes full of Insecticons. He's surrounded the entire city. There's probably 10 times the number he has with them.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the city and let everyone know.
Alright. So, as you guys are wrapping up your stuff, Breakout comes in with Screwball with an alarm.
Everyone, the city is actually surrounded. There are Insecticons everywhere. They have little dugout areas around the entire city.
Well, polish my muffler and call me a mere. Looks like we're already in the fight. So much for cutting that off ahead of time. No problem on your guys' fault. It's war.
It's like that.
Well, let's prepare.
Alright, we're as prepared as we can be. We are full of refugees and low on energon. And those cannons cannot fire near the city.
It's fine. We can take care of anything that gets too close.
We can protect the walls while you...
We can protect the walls. I need that force out. How do these things operate? What happened? How are you going to route them? We need to route them away from here. If we can route them, we can hit them from a distance.
What do you think they're after?
The Titan, our Energon, us, power running through our veins into our spark chambers. They're cannibals.
These things are also stupid, and we have someone with us who produces Energon, refines it. So there's a big enough secondary energy spot.
Look at
We
that.
do have a giant pot. Now we just have to add nectar to it.
Most of them are dumb, but they have leaders that aren't. They're being led by Hardshell.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, there's the brains.
The offline sea spray.
Yup.
And punch.
The offline punch?
Yeah!
Scrap, I didn't know.
Couple cycles ago, I was in a firefight with Counterpunch, that dirty spy, and he told me to my face when he thought he had me at my weakest moment. He had me chained up by my legs and was going to dip me into a molten pit of metal and revealed to me that my best friends were dead. I was never close to Punch. But it still hurt. Lucky for him, I pulled my legs out of their sockets, grabbed him, threw him into the molten pit, didn't check for the body. I confidently crawled myself away.
Are his legs different than they should be?
I mean, they look a little thicker than they should be.
Doing the squats.
No, Springer wasn't using them.
What's the terrain like around here?
Broken, shelled, modern city blown apart by the horrors of a modern nuclear war.
So a lot of ruins, caverns, blind corners.
Sewers, highways,
Yep.
cars.
Perfect for the swarm.
If you could rig up an area and then we loaded multiplex full of Energon, they might follow after him. We could bring them into an ambush.
We could add black energon to the pot. I have some from the war. I have a bit of it.
Why?
It's just on hand. What am I going to do? Throw it away? Where would I throw it? No, we add it to the energon reservoir. It'll spread, dilute through the entire supply, make it highly combustible, let the Insecticons swarm. We have a sniper up in the roof. I think one of those cons had a mono eye. We shoot the supply, blows the whole swarm apart. Maybe. I would point out the supply of energon would be multiplex. That would be what blows apart.
That's kind
Oh!
of.
I didn't,
Well, we have a refiner. We could refine it to be more concentrated.
I mean, I do have Ultra Energon on me.
Really? Yeah, you want to help a bot out?
Take a little bit of it.
There we go.
Multiplex is not nearly as disposable as that.
Oh, right. It would offline the con. Right, we don't want to do that this time. Or we want to do this only in small amounts. Right. Old habits. You can't program an old system to do new processes.
It's war, you make hard choices, but at this moment we have multiple options. Let's not go
As
for the
long as the
nuclear
hard
one.
choice is to offline Hardshell, that's all we need.
I'd say that's an easy choice.
I wouldn't much mind putting a bullet between his sensors. So.
Yeah.
If you guys can occupy the swarm and take that down, I can remain hidden. Once it starts to go south, Hardshell should show himself, and I'll just wait for the opportune moment to take the shot.
Can we fool their sensors to make them believe there is a alternative energon source? We don't necessarily need actual energy if we can fool them. Again, they're stupid, and Hardshell is Hardshell.
I mean, how do you make an energy source? You have to burn a lot of energy, right?
Are there any other like abandoned buildings around here, or anything that might be
Over. Everywhere.
There might be reservoirs around.
We looked all over for as much energy as we could scramble for the community. Plus, if we start burning energon, then we're just telling them what they already know. We have a large amount of energon on hand. How do we trick them? I don't know, what other sources of energy do we have? Like, all our munitions are energon-based.
What other energy sources are there on this planet? Like,
It's energon. Everything comes from it.
so like a Tesla coil or something like that wouldn't
Would be
electricity.
powered by energon.
Yeah.
How clever is Hardshell? I've never interacted with him or heard of him.
Ooh. Sounds like a move of some sort.
That is a move. I don't know what it would be.
This sounds like something. Understanding
When
hard
someone asks something about your character, when someone asks about another character, they will tell you the answer. Oh, that would be command lore, I think, which isn't a role. It's something you just ask.
I ask about the Overlord and you tell me, but you can choose not to answer.
Alright, so you can ask the Overlord, or Nicole might know. She has a bond with Hardshell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or she has something about Hardshell, I think.
But probably like
Alright, well, let's pause while she comes back, and we'll read this up. Alright, we're back. So I'm going to let Breakout, or specifically Smash command lore about Hardshell, because it is their nemesis. So, let's go into character again. Flutter, you're asking a question.
So I'm not really familiar with Hardshell. I don't have a lot of experience with Insecticons or them in the past. How astute is he? How canny or clever?
He's really good at organizing his troops and getting them to. He's a good leader of his guys, but I don't know specifically what you mean.
Can he be duped? Would he fall for a clever ruse?
Depends what the ruse is. I don't think he'd go chasing after Energon, especially because we don't even know if that's why they're here.
So, Smash is telling you that he's cagey.
Because I was thinking, I mean, my people are known for playing both sides in this conflict, as well as selling information. If I were to approach him and offer him information that Multiplex had a source of energon that he was going to refine, is there a chance that we could get him to buy into it and go after that?
or you can tell him that you know a way into this place.
And lead him into a trap instead?
Yes.
It might work, but he would probably grab you and force you to tell him what the secret was. He wouldn't give you money. Or energon or whatever you would trade for. He's a savage. whether or not he can speak like an actual Cybertronian. He's actually a savage.
I'm willing to take a little damage if it sells the story.
What about
You know, like, all right, I'll tell you, don't offline me.
Mm-hmm.
Given what most on this planet see you as, he wouldn't consider you much of a threat.
No, and I'll kind of flex my dragonfly wings. I'm not too far from an Insecticon myself.
No. Yes, you are, buddy. Don't say that about yourself.
Okay. You guys, as you're discussing how to handle Hardshell, the screens of the Teletran terminals inside the Titan's Last Stand flick over. There's a face on there. Cybertronian, angular, visor, face mask. There's like damage scars all over it and burn marks. The visor is red. The face mask has like carvings in it that look like science symbols. Fellow Cybertronians, this is Tarantulas, chief scientist of the Decepticon war effort. I speak to you from my flagship, a ancient war machine that I have commandeered from history's grasps. I give this out of the unending well of empathy within my spark. A chance. A last chance. Abandon your fortifications. Leave the ancient Titan to my men, to my servants. And you can continue to be online on my world. You have one cycle before the deconstruction efforts begin. Tarantulas out. Boop. It like goes to a black screen with a Decepticon symbol on it.
What the slag happened to him?
He looks crazier. He used to have a normal face with lips and stuff.
He was not like that when I knew him.
You know him?
Yes, quite well.
You
Well,
try
I
one?
did.
You probably went to the Gehaxis Science Academy together.
We were both students at the same academy.
Yes, he does seem to be quite far gone.
Seems pretty average for a con.
Oh, was that Shockwave on there?
No, just another Shockwave-esque, crazy scientist Decepticon.
It was weird that he had two eyes. Thought as much. Alright, I'm gonna go man the turrets. Good. Till all are one. Yikes. Till all are one. He just kind of hobbles off to Metroplex.
Are there any buildings here you can fit in? Like off in the distance, not inside the fortification.
Are there?
Well, it's Cybertron. It's a large place, but it has, large-sized buildings.
What was the building? What did the building used to be?
Probably some actual living space.
Alright. Old living space, still standing. You can crawl inside of it.
Let's rate it to explode. We'll bring every floor down upon those who enter.
I wish to.
I would
That's what I detonate myself, right? And they're like, wait, what?
Well, that's the way that it has to go.
I wished for this. Okay,
I'm not
guys.
saying hide inside it when we set it off. I'm saying let's lure them in there under the pretense that you could fit in there.
They're after the Titan. They might not go after Metroplex and Energon.
They might, if he was planning to power a super weapon buried within this apartment, which is clearly hiding a secret facility from the war. Do you think you could leak that information to Hardshell?
I think I could. You're a scientist, right?
Yes.
You good with computers?
I am very good with computers. I am the best.
I've been taking scans of the Titan and the area. Could you doctor them to include that information? That something is missing from the Titan and is present in that building?
Relay it over to me. I will alter every every reading.
I'll do that.
All right. You're gonna try and trick him. Oh, very good. I had to double check to make sure the generals do not have cut them real bad, which is a miracle. You definitely don't want to be cut real bad.
Well, but yeah, even I think doing any roll against the general is against the threat of the world, therefore pay the price.
Yeah, your cuts can be as hard as you want when when the overlord's here. When Tranches is here, it gets bad.
Yep.
Okay. This is the challenge. Insecticons are going to overrun this place, kill everyone inside, rip it apart. It will not be a community that can help you anymore. That is the cut coming. This place will be destroyed. What are you going to do? Who is going first? Act now.
We should get the people here to a secondary location where they'll be safe, just in case the Insecticons do overrun the place. This place is very safe, but yeah.
Well, the question is, do they want to man the guns, or do they want to leave without fighting?
If they lose this place, it may all be for naught. Better that they go down defending it than to lose the entire community, including, he gestures up the Titan.
You see Autobots and like the refugees, like they're arming up. Like, they're getting ready to have to shoot everything that comes through the doors.
Should the Decepticons get their hands on that, well, it could spell the end of everything.
All right, who's going first?
I guess I'm going to try and keep them busy by going out to negotiate.
Okay,
Should I go
don't
first
think that's
then to
keeping
doctor
them,
the...
Yeah.
I don't think that's keeping them busy so much as that's you're going to go and engage a scene with the general.
Okay.
And as far as doctoring goes, you could probably fold that into your trap making if you want.
Certainly, yeah. I rolled and I have 2 traps ready, so...
There you go.
Like you can put that, you can fold that into you have prepped the scene.
Okay.
That sounds good, right? Like you're like, oh, now I've adjusted the whole plan.
Yeah, okay.
See, there we go. All right, so Flutter. You fly out.
Yeah.
It's not a cycle yet. A cycle's, about a unit of time. Don't ask what it's like. But the cycle is ticking down. And you fly out to where, I'm assuming, Breakout told you you last saw Hardshell? Alright. There are Insecticons around. If you want to look up what Fall of Cybertron Insecticon looks like, feel free. But they're like small, cockroach-looking machine people. They don't look like bugs. They look like, machine bugs. So they're big and blocky and have moving parts and mandibles and like laser wings and stuff. Some of these things can fly too. But they're swarming over the area and they're like going behind cover and they're waiting like what do you call them? Like trapdoor spiders. Like they're prepping and they look mindless. You can't really see like recognition in their like weird monster heads. They don't even have alt forms. But you can tell that there's something guiding them. When you get to the area, which this used to be an old maintenance path, so larger Cybertronians would drive over here, and smaller ones would come out and like hook into it and like start helping it out as it went on the way shipping. But now it's just an abandoned sort of access tunnel sewer system. You definitely see signs that there's like a larger mass of them here, and in the middle, coordinating on an arm communicator is Hardshell, and he is big. He's like, you're used to big Cybertronians because of Multiplex and Metroplex recently, but for one that you're going to get into melee with,
Yeah.
he's big. Alright, so how are you approaching this guy?
Slowly. And at eye level, so that he clearly sees me coming.
Alright, yeah, eventually he like picks up and like locks onto you.
Okay. Hardshell, I presume?
Makes like a little whooping sound. Hardshell, you may presume.
My name is Flutter. I was in the area traveling with a convoy for a brief period of time, gaining information sources as my people are wont to do. And then I saw the broadcast from Tarantulas and decided that I would like to be on the winning side, or at least aiding it, possibly for some remuneration.
It makes that whooping sound, that kind of grinding whooping sound again. The winning side has strength, and Hardshell is as strong as there is. What can you offer, small thing? Unaligned thing? Cowardly thing?
I can offer you information.
He's gonna reach out to grab you.
Okay.
Like, that is happening if you want to do something about it.
I don't so much as flinch.
Oh, yeah. He grabs you in one of his tearing claws and drags you in. Why not I offline you right now, Scraplet?
Well, what would you gain?
A snack.
True, but then you might end up being destroyed by their secret weapon. And I don't think, or your forces would be wiped out. And I don't think Tarantulas would like that. All that just for a snack?
No weapon can offline Hardshell. No weapon can stop the Decepticon cause. Megatron lives forever. There's a beeping sound as communicator. Now, General. Let's hear what the talker has to say. And if it doesn't please me, you can fill your big energon guzzling belly.
Is there a slang word for Autobots that Decepticons use?
Scrap, deadweight, coward, pacifist, but with a certain slurry intonation to it.
The pacifist deadweights have been mining the Titan. Now, as formidable as you obviously are, surely you understand how.
Yes, his wrist communicator up while he has you grabbed.
Surely you understand how formidable that Titan is as well. And the secrets that it contains are extremely potent. They found and unearthed one of these secrets and are preparing to wield it against you. I know where it is. I know how you can offline it before it's activated.
Alright, that is good. Okay, so we've determined that because the end result of what Flutter wants is to move them into a trap, which is a distraction, or to buy them time and gain advantage, this is a keep them busy roll. So, Flutter, roll with courage. Seven. Okay, so perfect. You're going to, yeah. All right. I'm not going to narrate what happens. There's a beeping on the comm. Well, all right then. That sounds worth enough to me. Your people are always so useful. I can use useful things. Now, what was I supposed to give you in return? Exactly what you deserve.
I would be happy to accept Energon.
Energon you shall have. Pluck its wings. Hardshell, as his pay his price, and your 7 is going to cripple your flight till you heal.
Okay.
So you can no longer fly, but as Hardshell throws you on the ground, gentle with our guests. He opens up a cache in a dead stuffed Insecticon where there's a large amount of Energon cubes.
You are as gracious as you are kind.
Exactly what you deserved. Move out, General. You're wasting my time.
I'll hand over the data tapes.
Oh, I didn't even realize there were physical data tapes. He's like, oh, you just told us about the plan. I guess we need to follow up on it. He had already forgotten. He was just gonna wander around looking for super weapons. He got ahead of himself, drunk with power. He kind of plucks those out of your hand and puts them in his communication bay. And they start moving out. Yeah, like...
I've altered the heat signature and the energy signature, so it looks like there's a huge heat sink going on in this apartment building.
There we go. Okay, so the Insecticon main force with Hardshell is going to move on into that area. Yeah. What do you want to be doing, Flutter?
Oh man, I can't fly. That's terrible. I'm one of you people now.
Is this what...
Walker?
Disgusting creatures.
I guess I'm an autobot now.
Well, as soon as your feet touches the ground, an autobot symbol shows one. You're just like, oh, that makes sense. They're jealous.
No.
It comes up on the screen. Da-na-na-na-na. I should get that sound effect on a soundboard.
Yep.
That way, whenever it cuts between the different characters, it goes. It cuts to the Decepticon symbol for most of the party.
If it's all the same to you, Hardshell, I would rather be present for your imminent victory. I think the safest place to be is at your back.
Yeah.
Tiny little bird cage. Like a canary.
You are pushing it. He's like walking away and stops looking at you like you're crazy. Like he just let you go.
Walk home, Clown. Walk home.
Now, we said we'd let it go. And that is exactly what we'll do. Walk home, clown.
I'll grab my energon and head off. Like, not towards the city.
Towards the city.
But, like, away from it.
Also, didn't he destroy a bunch of your people? Like, isn't that the bond you have with tarantulas?
Yeah. But he did it like incidentally, right? Like he just like landed on them and took them out. Like he didn't really.
Fucking Fern Gully with hexes.
No, he was the bitch that was killing all your people.
He was using it to magnifying glass and be like, ha ha ha, scatter.
It powers the trains and it powers me.
Time to test those super weapon. We're too far from Dantooine.
He just keeps a big glass case in his place full of them pinned to us.
He pins you to a wall. I just like collecting them. I just think they're neat.
No, just need
As
a bumblebee.
soon as I get out of sight, I'm gonna activate my cloaking field and start sneaking back.
There you go. Alright, so your guys' actions. So you are leading them into the ambush. You currently have advantage on them because they don't know the ambush is coming. Right. When the ambush happens, that's when the advantage will spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, unless I'm forgetting how the game works, yeah.
So, I guess the question for us now, what move do we want to use next to deal with this, and what do we want to do thematically? So, what are we up against? We have Hardshell as the general.
Hardshell and a few swarms of Insecticons.
Swarms. So
Or like
that's-
one swarm, like his swarm of Insecticons is with them. It's like a big gang.
So it's a gang. Okay. Those money, because I think in order to damage the gang thing, you have to use area or dangerous weapons and so on and so on.
And because he caused grievous harm to you, Hardshell is going to forge a bond with you as the payment for you doing that 7. I'm just going to say Hardshell is a terrifying creature. That's the bond he has with you. He can abuse you with it. He crippled your wings.
That was a hard blow.
Chases you around with a little counter-bug spray. He's like, flee, flee.
Alright, let's pause. Okay, we're back, gang. So, the Insecticon Horde and Hardshell at the lead are moving towards that abandoned building you guys have set up. What's the plan with that building?
Remote detonators on every floor to collapse the every floor on top of them.
Alright.
Well, if you want to do a move, I could try using my boulder to attack them. As in, I don't know, to toss at the building to use that advantage and so on and so on.
Wait, like it's gonna blow up because you trapped them, and you're gonna try and finish them.
Yep.
Specifically, the plan was like there's an elevator on the a high up floor, and if you take that and press in a certain button code, it'll take you down to the proper facility kind of thing. So they'll have to go up.
Alright, so they all file in, and Hardshell just oh no, you have to press the code.
Yeah, it takes you down. Otherwise,
You have to go up to the top floor, then you have to go down, so we can't just fly up. He does, though. He flies into the top floor, making a woo sound as they all swarm on in as he presses the elevator and wait for it to come up.
yep.
So why don't we just rip out the elevator and then fly down?
And I think we've loaded the elevator with charges.
So like the elevator's like going boop boop boop, and when it opens, it's full of bombs.
With a timer. Yeah.
Autobot symbol on it.
So are you making a move here? Or?
No, this is the setup for the trap.
Yeah.
He was just describing the setup for the trap, Pete.
Sure.
All right, so the trap is being fucking tripped, sprung.
Well, seeing that my little buddy over here got hurt, then my gentle giant is off the cuffs here because, hey, they harm my friends.
And it just cuts to you in, like, you know, vehicle mode getting ready to fire your rail cannon.
Well, my boulder or whatever, so yeah.
Planet. Rail
Yes.
cannon.
Have a slag from, my processing and just like, wind it up, hurl it at them.
So, like, you're sitting on his shoulder or, like, on like, the deck with, like, a binoculars.
Sure.
You know, to establish with the language of visual storytelling that he's like, no, fucko.
Yeah, and since we both have bonds with each other, then I'm rolling with hope because we're working together.
Oh, you're Katara from season 1, and 2, and 3, and Legend of Korra.
I got an 11, so I destroyed them.
Alright, who is them that you are destroying?
Well, I was targeting the swarm because that's something my-sized, and I have the perfect weapon for it, which is my slag, because we're dealing with a gang of warrior swarm, and a gang needs to be destroyed with a weapon that's either area or dangerous. I have a dangerous weapon, might as well use it on them. So actually, you can...
Throw up gang signs and wipe them out.
Yep.
So you're finishing them?
Yes, I'm finishing them, and I'm using my feats of legend or something like that when I'm finishing them to really charge out of the rail cannon and just like shoot across into the space through the building and collapse on them.
Okay, so... Boorsh! The whole building goes up in explosives and rail cannon rounds.
So the question is, does the gang take the damage, or do the war leader decide to stop it because they can use the ability to hold together?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the war leader is holding them together because that's what he's there for.
Okay. So I guess
So like one of the intelligent Insecticons like starts moving the swarm, like starts clearing them out of windows and stuff. Like they're throwing themselves out of the building as the explosion stuff goes on.
Yep.
So
I guess they die.
yeah, the war leader's dead.
Cross out.
All right, so that building explodes. There's dust and debris everywhere, and a shockwave goes through the ground and stuff. Like you guys feel it where you are. All right, who's next? Who else is doing something?
Normally I would fly to a superior position, but that's kind of off the table right now. So I'm going to start climbing up one of the nearby ruins to get to a sniping position.
All right. Wait, don't you have a buddy with you?
I do.
Doesn't your buddy fly?
Yes. That doesn't help me snipe, though.
If he's holding on to you.
Too small.
Don't you have two buddies?
One of them doesn't fly.
Gross.
Yeah.
See, he's the one that's carrying everyone.
Yeah.
There you go. Carry me, you bastards. Don't you have a spell that makes people fly?
So
Yes.
flying abilities.
I do.
Oh.
But I don't think it works on me.
Can't he fly with his vampire powers?
I mean, if you want, I could just toss you.
Toss you in the air and as you're slowly falling down.
Could you?
Yeah,
Yes, he can.
Yeah, what?
He has a move for firing you, boy.
Toss aside. Yeah.
That would be great.
You get in the barrel.
I set it to minimal settings. Aim up. That's a nice vantage point. And toss aside. 11. So,
You get to choose a bunch of little options.
yep. Does anyone else want to go?
Who else wants to fly into the air?
I can't fly.
Can you fall with style?
I do have two webbings, so I think one was the one that was for setup, I guess.
No, I mean, he set us up with the advantage, so you didn't have to spend it.
Okay. So, in the rubble of the building where everyone's located, some of the communication screens kind of flicker on to reveal Necronom's face.
Robot face or monster face?
Monster face.
Yeah.
And just kind of starts laughing in this weird hissing language. And then the detonators on the bottom floor go out to make them fall to the basement to trap them further.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, but I was in the middle of a move.
Yeah,
So-
you're hooking him.
Yeah.
No one else is going with it.
Okay, so yeah, Harkland, 7 feet, go exactly where you want to.
Is that the two things you picked?
3 things. Land safely, go exactly where you want to, and do you want to crash through something into someone?
The stratosphere.
Not really.
Yeah. Fine, I'll just toss in some NPC sniper along with or someone.
What, trick shot?
Sure. Pom pom.
Fire me, Con! Rise up!
Oh no,
So
he's
is that the cool
flying!
slogan?
I know!
I have the power of 1,000 suns! So like he loaded you into the chamber, fired, and then he was like next in line. He has a crash pack on.
Yep.
It's part of his gear as a sniper.
So we had advantage, I guess, then?
Yeah, you had advantage, so this will be the second round of it. Who are you putting the advantage on? Like, who are you doing this to?
Who's waiting for, a strike here? So, yeah, I'm setting up for,
Or is
For
your
a
stealth
flare.
an advantage by itself?
My stealth is an advantage.
Okay.
So,
We
break
can set
down,
up the breaker.
break out.
Do you want to deal with someone?
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so how were you, preparing to strike yourself so I can set it up?
I'm going to climb on something high and be like, Hardshell! Come get it! That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
Alright, so I've preemptively emptied out the basement of balls and whatnot, so it's just a open field that he can't hide behind or anything like that.
Okay. Hardshell is going to fly out of the debris directly to you. The swarm, though, they've fallen in.
Mm-hmm. So he's got fewer things guarding him.
Yeah. Hardshell's beeline directly to you, making that noise in his insect mode. He's coming for you.
So that's a self-cutting preparation.
Yeah, get ready. He is going to give it to you. So you've opened yourself up to danger because here comes the general directly for you. Who else is acting in response?
Well, I've been waiting for him to expose himself.
Yeah, he's
So
flying
that
a
I can-
straight line at inclement speed.
Oh, can what I did count as keep them busy then? To
Queen advantage.
Oh, I wanna.
If you do, he gets to make. You have to pay a price against him.
Yeah. Whenever you make a move, you're paying.
Yeah. Also, Tyler already has advantage against Hardshell because he's invisible.
Oh, right. Then never mind.
Yeah. You gotta be tactical with. Alright, beeline towards. Also, you had just put yourself in danger. Like you're actually. I'm in danger now. Now we moved over to Tyler.
I'm going to activate the faces of those who have wronged me etched into my mind, because he has certainly wronged me.
What does that do?
It gives me hope on my finish him. And then I'm going to take a headshot and try and finish him.
Alright. This is gonna make you pay your price.
Yes, it will.
So, what kind of price do you want to pay?
I am putting... Normally when I shoot, if I successfully finish something, I stay hidden, and I tend to reuse my camouflage a lot with my spells anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say I'm overcharging this shot, and when it comes out, not only will everyone know exactly where I am, but I'll be unable to turn back invisible.
Alright, you're gonna burn out your chameleon field.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. That's a fair price to pay.
Uh, 11.
11. So...
That's kill them.
Is that how that works with the general?
Oh. Unless the general has some powers against it, I guess.
Does it just take out one of his deals?
I mean,
I think it takes out one of his deals if I get less than 10.
well, maybe generals have something else onto them.
All right, let's do a little quick pause while I just double check that. Okay, so
Oh.
as you're shooting Hardshell with your sniper rifle, the tactical genius monster transforms mid-flight, turns to face you with his cannon out, and shoots you. He will use Heart of Iron to erase the bond he has with you, that bond of fear.
Okay.
Make you automatically fail your roll, take the spotlight from you, and make a hard cut with Twist the Knife.
Oh my.
Oh my.
So yeah. This is happening. What are your best stats?
How often can he do that?
As many bonds as he has with you.
Okay.
See,
My best stat is my grace, which is +3.
this is why bonds with Overlord are important. Keeping track of it is very important.
Because he can use them.
Yeah.
He is going to shoot you and blow off your gun arm.
Okay.
That is his hard cut. He's going to disable your ability to make ranged attacks.
Okay.
Alright, that's what he does. After he does that, in mid-flight towards you, he again transforms back into beetle form and gets his impaling spike out and is heading directly to you, Nicole. You don't have that bond with Hardshell anymore.
Cross it out.
Yay!
I did.
Also, it's like looking. Does Overload damage apply to the generals? Because
It does not.
perfect.
He does not have Overlord damage, he does not have Master Plan, and he does not have
Cut them real bad.
Cut them real bad.
Okay.
I only damaged your equipment, so I thought that was pretty good.
No, that's fine.
So you are in free fall without a gun, or a cloaking field, or flight.
You've taken away my gun, my cloaking field, and my weakness are the 3 things I love the most.
He's a monster! Hey, you still have that sniper with you, though. You can use him to help.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow. You can use companions for things. I think we can take shots for you or something. If you have a bond with them. Someone should have made a bond with the Decepticons. So you'd be like, "What's it? Look out, sir! I'm taking a shot from you." It's like, I'm on a line. Why'd you take a shot for me, Decepticon? I wanted to betray people.
Doesn't matter who, just someone.
I'm deceptive. It's in the name.
My alignment is evil. I have to act like that all the time.
I wanted to be a dick. Okay, so that just happened. Hardshell's coming to you. X is gonna give it to you. Anyone else have something they can do?
I mean, did
We don't have any advantage on it, right?
Nope.
did Kevin create an advantage over the swarm?
Yeah, the Swarm's having problems.
Well, I can just run off and start dealing with them.
Bye!
Yeah, I mean, unless I'll do something about deal with the general first. But I've got the weapons to deal with the swarm, so.
Alright.
Play to your strengths.
What are you gonna do about Hardshell, Nicole?
I want to shoot my harpoon into his flying bits, so they'll get all tangled up and they'll crash.
His flappy wings?
Yeah.
Beating super fast at you? That's a take him out, probably, because you'll have to, like, take out his flight. So you have to get advantage to get him in a position to be able to do it.
How long does advantage last?
Contextual in the fiction.
Until you spend it, or until something else takes it away.
Okay.
I can try to distract him. I have my bug swarm.
Ah!
Because if they swarm someone, they always roll to spare.
Roll to spare?
Yeah, they roll with despair. So they
Ah.
roll 2 dice, or 3 dice, and take the 2 lowest.
Hardshell doesn't roll dice ever.
Oh.
I'm the GM, I don't roll dice.
Why the heck do I have a bug swarm then?
I mean, you can just replace what it does with something else.
That's
Also,
what
bug
it
swarms
says
can-
in the book, though, so it's
Yeah,
clear
but
to
you
me
can
that you can't
modify them.
That is odd.
Also, you might have taken, like, bug swarms are supposed to be like NPC things.
Oh.
Like those
But-
staff blocks are for me to use against you as well, or me to throw against the players.
Huh, weird. Okay, well, I'm going to use this to, within the lore of the game, create
You can try overcoming them to prevent the damage on Nicole, I guess.
Wide redirect or prevent harm, something will call.
But-
Keep them busy.
Yeah.
You want an advantage.
Either or.
Okay, so you're gonna overcome him
I guess, yeah.
if you want to keep the cool from being skewered by a monster.
Yeah.
All right, you got to pay a price to overcome him. What price do you pay?
I am going to.
You destroy your swarm.
Yeah, I'll destroy my swarm too.
All right, so as he's approaching you, it turns out Necronom left a swarm of insect drones with it around you, and they fly out into the middle to like try and keep him out of the way. Again, as he's doing that, from that horn, it just it doesn't fire a perfect round. It just sputters, and he just wreathes himself in plasma briefly and just burns them off, and is kind of like, trying to keep himself steady as he's doing it.
Okay,
Well, he's doing his overcome action. That was the cost he had to pay to do it. So, overcome.
Okay. +1 to blood, I think. Or no, I have nothing to blood. Is this a cooperative roll? Since I'm working with, because I think we have a bond.
If you have a bond with her and she has a bond with you, then you roll with hope. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a bond with Necronom? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit! You took damage because of his actions.
Did?
He fired you into the air where you'd be safe, and you ended up being the most unsafe person in the world.
No. The damage was because he shot things. It's like, not.
Yeah,
not,
he got me there safely.
Yeah. It's not because of my fumble or something like that.
Alright, so I rolled a 10.
Okay, you stop the obstacle without having to pay another price.
Okay, so
what is overcoming this? What is stopping him from skewering breakout?
Okay, so Necronom is like behind another abandoned building. He's got like all his arms out, and they're each accessing different, computer screens and whatnot. And he sets off more remote charges, which knocks over a building, which falls on him.
Okay, a scraper falls on Hardshell and keeps him from being able to complete the murder spike.
Yeah.
You hear him making that whooping sound from inside, tearing through the building with his robot hands. Alright. You're taking care of the swarm? Let's cut to the swarm.
Yeah.
What's your move? And
So-
by move, I mean, what's your plan?
So most players are going to, leap over the barricades, just charge over the swarm, and use his, giant, meaty hands. Yeah.
Meaty hands. His big, strong hands.
Yeah. That are area tagged and so on and so on. So they're just going to sweep them like the bugs when they are.
Get into the sandbox, start punching cockroach swarms.
Yep. Finish them. I rolled 10 plus, so destroy them. So they, I guess, break in twine.
Alright, yeah, you're crushing the Insecticon swarm's main force.
Yep.
Alright, Tyler, you're in Flutter, you're in free fall.
Okay.
You're tumbling. There's like you're having like your HUD, your internal biological, like your HUD is showing damage to your systems all over the place.
I'm going to use my touch the world lightly to lean against the side of a building as I'm falling down to it and turn my fall into a run. And then I'm going to run out onto a flagpole and leap onto Hardshell in my robot form, using my arm blade to stab into him repeatedly and try and
Keep him busy.
keep him busy.
That is amazing. You're fucking just stabbing his back while he's making whooping sounds.
I will not be ignored.
Little Bug thinks it's a wrecker. Little Bug doesn't know that it's already dead.
I got 9.
Okay, you have to pay a price
have to
to
pay
do
a
this
price.
first.
I'm still mostly in free fall, so I hit him hard, and once I hit him, he starts grabbing at me and pulling me off and damaging my internals, and I take damage to my grace.
Sure. Alright, yeah, he starts fucking hitting you. Alright, now that you're keeping him busy, on a 7 to 9, you can spell him for a short time, and they will retaliate against you when your time is up. So you've created an advantage for Breakout. That little unaligned dude is really putting in his he's putting in the hours this week. he's putting in the Paragon points as Hardshell is just giving it to him. You see the damage on that guy.
Well,
he's such a baby bird, and he's just being ripped up.
Flutter is destined for greatness. I can tell.
There it is.
All right.
I'll fly you.
I'm going to. I guess I don't need to make him crash anymore.
Yeah, he's standing around in a building with a little guy stabbing him. You have advantage.
So yeah, I'm going to straight up shoot him.
Like just
Just straight up shoot him.
finish him.
You killed my father.
And when I work together with myself,
And you're working with water.
yeah, but when I'm working together with myself, I'm pretty sure I roll with cloak now. Let me just double
Yeah,
check.
you leveled that up.
Oh yeah.
And this is plus.
Plus any stat.
Oh, any stat. Okay, I will roll plus blood. Okay, I got 8. I rolled all fours.
Plus your blood, though.
Oh, plus, sorry, 8, 9, 10.
All right, that is going to finish him. Do you have any bonds with him, by the way?
Me, no.
Generals get to use the Overlord's bonds.
No, no.
Uh-oh. Let me pause while I double check Tarantulas. Okay, you're aiming your shot and you're about to execute this monster. When all of a sudden you hear a charge up shot and there is a Pathfinder, a Path Blaster pistol directly at the side of your temple. Drop the weapon. As you turn, just slightly with your optics, to see there, black and purple, faceplate with optics, counterpunch, the X-Wrecker. He was a wrecker who turned for the Decepticon cause, but he was a traitor and a spy the whole time. He killed Punch!
Okay, out of character. Are Counterpunch and Punch the same robot?
No!
Okay.
I'm shaking my head in affirmation.
So, was the story that...
Alright,
Punch.
so the Generation 1 toy, Punch, was an Autobot car that had the first feature that was never duplicated later, where when he turned into robot mode as Punch, he could also turn into a robot mode that was Counterpunch, a Decepticon, that was purple, and he was a spy that was a double agent in Decepticon ranks.
Got it.
And well, there eventually was Counterpunch and eventually...
Eventually, they tried to expand his backstory to say that no one was really sure if Punch or Counterpunch came first, or if it was all a dream, or illusion, or delusion, or if he was really a counter spy. It's all very muddy.
So they went in too deep and forgot which side they were really counter-spying for.
Or did they?
Exactly.
Anyway, Counterpunch is a gun to your head. If you shoot him, you'll go offline. Is it?
Gotta kill it, Punch.
You'll kill another wrecker if you don't stop. If you don't take action, decisive action.
Tick-tock.
Tick-tock.
The spotlight swings.
Oh yeah, you're in danger. So I think that means he doesn't get taken out because the situation's changed.
So, did you pay the price and pay the price because he's the Dragon Slayer or something? Favorite enemy? Right?
Oh shit.
Remember that, Devin?
Okay, I'm gonna have to change that slightly.
Oh.
Is that okay? When you're about to shoot him, you get shot in the hand and your gun disassembles from you and gets blown off. And then Counterpunch puts a gun to your head. You don't have a ranged weapon right now. You have to pay the price twice. Thanks for reminding me, Pete.
Is pay the price something we choose or the Overlord chooses?
It's column A, column B.
Okay.
Anyway, Spot, you're in danger now. Counterpunch, the X-Wrecker is there. He killed Punch.
I guess you could erase your bond with the Overlord.
Yes, the Overlord has spent his bond with you, because now you're aware that it's not really a Wrecker that joined, it was a Decepticon.
That means that now you're the only one with a clear shot on Hardshell.
I don't have a shot.
No, I mean, like, in terms of game mechanics, you're the only one who can't be stopped from killing him.
Well, there's a thing for that.
Yeah, because all the bonds he has with you people.
Because Overlord is a bond with you, Overlord is a bond with you, Overlord is a bond with me. So if we tried to attack him, the Overlord could use those bonds.
It's almost like he needs to take out Counterpunch so you can grab his gun.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Swing the spotlight away. So you just saw that happen, Necronom.
Oh,
It's a wrecker. An evil wrecker.
a wrecker.
Wow. What do you? Who's going next? You're on the back of Hardshell, and that's about to bite you in the ass, by the way, Flutter.
Okay.
Because you only got that 8, the 7 to 9.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that is coming. That follow up's heading.
Oh.
All right, Necronom, what are you doing?
Okay, so I see this, and man, I really do not have much in the way of.
You spend all your traps?
Yeah,
Oh.
I only get up to 2 per scene.
I mean, it was pretty good. They worked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they worked. It's just I only get the 2.
Everyone's fair except me, I guess. If you do something to create an advantage and get hurt yourself, I can give you my healing herbs to heal everyone, because I got my giant healing herbs, which lasts for the whole
You're
party.
just gonna run around like,
Here, have some repairs, nanites.
Who the fuck is Counterpunch? Like,
The
fuck
commander
is
lord.
Counterpunch?
would we know anything about him or?
He's an evil wrecker who offline punch.
I mean, you purposely fell asleep during the story that guy was telling about Counterpunch.
Did I?
Yes.
I
I sound completely out.
Remember,
shit.
he was gonna tell a lot.
I know
of
he's a
story-
double, a triple, quadruple agent. Just-
Oh, no, Counterpunch isn't a double agent. He's just he's a Decepticon who joined the Autobots and then betrayed them.
I thought there was a whole thing about how he didn't.
That hasn't been revealed yet. We're not at season 2 where you find Punch in an insane asylum and they're trying to cure him of being knucking futs.
Jeez.
Of having too many loose screws in his screw pile. Having too many Titan screws in his loose screw pile of a mind.
Yeah, I am so low on offensive abilities for this.
I mean, do you have a gun?
No,
Uh-oh.
I actually don't have a gun. I have a sword.
Uh-oh.
I have like
happens.
teeth and.
Sword them.
All right. Beast mode terrorize.
God damn you. Yeah, so you have command codes.
So he's gonna claw his way up the building, and this horrible xenomorph creature is going to try and latch onto Anti-Punch's.
Counter punch. It's a boxing term.
And I'm gonna try to do a spin so that I can like fling him out of the sky
There it is. There it is.
and into that big crater where all the Insecticons are being crushed.
You're trying to dispatch counterpunch. Alright. Yeah, this would probably be...
So, do your companions get to move separate from you?
No, they're here. You can spend your bonds with them to do stuff. Let's pause for a moment to remind ourselves what that was. Okay, the attack dog has to go get them. They can burn that to keep someone busy. So what you could do is one of your minicons can detach from you and like start to hassle counterpunch. So you come up and tail grab him and throw him off the building.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, you got a gun to your head. It's like, looks like you're too slow, Wrecker. Say hello to Sea Spray and punch for me.
Till aura dust.
I can't think of a cool line to say.
Just.
Yeah, just.
Oh goodness gracious me!
I just go like this, and my like,
Fetch.
fling up my hand, and my gun my sword detaches from my arm, turns into a Turbo Fox, and jumps on him.
Oh! Oh, what? And then, all right, he's been kept busy. You have advantage.
I'll just Salt Spray and punch for you. And then I'm just gonna latch onto his arm or leg and fling him.
All right, roll.
Roll. This would be overcome or
Finish them.
Finish them. Okay. Alright. So you can't roll any stat. You kind of have to base it off what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for just the right moment because he just got distracted.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever. Yeah. Just justify it, and you're good to go.
yeah. And I don't have a bond, or you don't have a bond with me, so can't roll with
Hope.
If only you guys had... Oh, you'll gain a bond, though, because you're working together like friends.
7.
Damage.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably a one stat thing.
Yeah, he probably has 1 stat or something, or 2 stats, whatever. You want to throw him off the building, though?
Yep.
That's fine. I will return, I'm Counterpunch! 100%, that's who I am!
I'm the cooler of the
Canonically.
colors.
100% not Bruce Wayne.
So Necronom realizes he can't fly and just leapt off a building, so he's like, finish him, and then falls.
Did you? I thought you like climbed up and used your tail to like...
Yeah, I guess you can do that.
Like a
I thought
spider
they were up
monster.
in the air or something like that.
No, they're on top of a skyscraper with like the walls gone, so you can be... So like, you could have shot down Hardshell.
Only one of us could fly.
I mean, he has a spell that can let other people fly,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to drive you drunk with power and turn you into tyrants. Alright, so Counterpunch is falling into the mist, never to be seen again. No confirmation of a body. The Turtle Fox is there, and it just jumps back onto your arm. Okay, let's cut back to Flutter. Hardshell's going to make a cut against you, because this is the comeuppance time, buddy.
Okay.
He's going to damage one of your stats. Pick one.
Sense?
Okay, right in the face, over and over. Your little satellite dishes and bug eyes cracked in. Again, your HUD has cracks on it. It's getting all skitsy. And he pulls you off because you no longer have advantage on him and hucks you into a wall.
Okay.
And, he turns away from you to break out.
So, how much damage have you taken? Would you like to have some items to regenerate?
2. Let's get through the fight.
I mean, because I've got Hyper Energon, which gives you also stronger than is reasonable, as you become a little giant here, and toss aside, so you can toss people.
Yeah, it lets you be his character for a bit. You can throw people into the sun.
Like, the only disadvantage here is that if, I think, you fail some roll, you have to cause collateral damage and so on and so on.
Yeah, if you fail, you die. So that's fine.
Okay.
I
I
mean-
mean, do what you think is best.
Does anyone have a damage stat, Nicole?
Pardon?
Do you have a damage stat?
Nope.
No?
Well, like my
Her gear's been
companion has a damage
Oh.
stat.
Hmm.
And they can't
Yeah.
do other things than those 2 stats.
They can fetch.
So you giving them stuff that makes them do other stuff is
No, I mean, this is healing. I don't think healing works on companions. It just works on you and your
Yeah.
stats. So, fine. I guess, Multiplex just sees in the corner of his eye, poor Flutter being, damaged, so he takes his energy on the refinery, just like, able to do his little cannon, just like, delivery system.
Alright, so the wall that you got thrown into blows apart and you get thrown forward as a Energon uranium round slams into you and just emulsifies your form with Hyper Energon. He just rubbed cocaine into your open wounds.
So what does that do to me?
It's healing, giant size, so it heals 3 things. I guess you have one use of it still. And it gives you move stronger than it's reasonable, and toss aside. So it's reasonable is just mostly a fluff thing. That,
You can like knock buildings down and like pick up elephants and shit in there right now. You're on coke.
your melee attacks get area attack.
So you're just like,
But yeah.
like your Energon efficiency bar and your power bar are like going up in your HUD and like are skitzing out now. Your overclocking system's giving you warnings all over the place.
I'm going to use Whisper on the Wind to send a message to someone I have a bond with. I'm going to send a message to Breakout. I'm going to say, grab the gun and aim for the sky.
Yes, counter punches, which is actually Punch's Path Blaster. What a sicko! He took Punch's gun to shoot you. It's lying there on the ground, all red and blue.
grab it.
You put your hand into it, and it transforms around you, takes on your color scheme.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna run up. What's about to happen here?
I'm going to run up at Hardshell, who's just turned his back to me.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to grab him by the ankles, and I'm going to fling him up into the sky. so that he goes high up, and then he's going to hit an apex where he'll just kind of hang for a bit before coming back down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Okay, so to do this, you're gonna have to pay a price. What is your price?
I'm severely damaged, and I'm burning out all of my gears, so all of my magic just goes offline.
Yeah, drivers are failing, systems are checking out. It's that Terminator vision from T2. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair price. So now you have to make a toss aside move with blood.
Oh god, I'm horrible at that.
But you're working with your friend, so you roll with hope.
Yeah.
You fucking shot him with coke.
Oh boy. He has -1 to blood.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh no.
I got a 2.
Oh no.
the 2 and 3.
Well, you got a
4. Okay,
That's
yeah.
what I got.
Oh no. So you're lifting Hardshell up and he's making that whooping sound?
Yeah.
And is freaking out, and in his blind panic at being picked up, which no one does to him, he transforms and takes you with him and starts to fly straight up into an arc.
And also, since you have to pay a price, you have to also cause collateral damage because you fail and so on, right?
Yeah, that whole top of the building blows apart.
Yeah.
So it's starting to collapse towards you two. The building he was on is collapsing towards you guys. Skyscraper is leaning down to you, and now he's in the air and he's about to arc towards you. At the terminus of this arc, you're gonna be falling again.
Okay.
This is a rough fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't hesitate.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have advantage on him. We don't have advantage.
You can create advantage on him.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd have to pay the price twice, though.
I guess in the meantime, as I can
Yeah, now that everyone, all three of you are now in danger, Ralph Wiggum style. We'll cut to multiplex. He's safe.
well, I guess I have to.
Those bugs are crawling up. You're trying to like chew into your metal and peel it off.
I guess ignoring that for now, and seeing the building about to follow my friends, I think I want to go around and hold it up.
Oh my God.
Stronger than is reasonable
You just start running.
to overcome it, to prevent this damage from going to people.
All right, one of those swarms burrows into you.
Fine.
It's inside you now. But yeah, your big, friendly, giant Decepticon war machine, war criminal, jumps in front of the building and it's holding it up.
Well, let's see how well I hold it up.
Oh, do you have to...
Overcome, right? To
Overcome. Yeah, you're right. You are correct.
Prevent... 6, 7, 8. So, I guess I have to create a temporary solution. So, just going to hold it up for you guys to have something.
Yeah, it's collapsing around you and like, starting to fall back. So this is not going to go well.
It's not structurally sound!
Oh my god. Alright, what do you guys do?
I am going to revive my plan to shoot my harpoon into Hardshell. So yeah, I'm going to shoot it into him, try to get tangled up in him, and also jump off and use the momentum of him to swing me up so that I'll be safe from falling over.
Jesus Christ, you're using it as a jump point in Metroid.
Basically, that's essentially just Daring Devil, so it's not a move or anything, it's just
Yeah, being cool.
what I want, I can...
So what are you looking to get out of Hardshell with this harpoon gun?
I want to keep him busy.
Okay.
And, like, I want to distract him enough.
You have to pay 2 prices.
Fuck. I don't... What kind of prices are they? What do we do?
You can damage
Think of a
yourself.
consequence for yourself.
Lose gear, take damage, have a companion hurt.
Okay, well, I lose my goddamn harpoon again. So that's one thing.
Well, like you just let go of it once you're at the terminus, so that
Yeah, exactly.
physics takes over.
Exactly.
The wolf? What?
The wolf isn't the harpoon
All
gun.
right. And what's the other price?
You can damage one of your stats.
You could forge a bond with Hardshell. No, you don't want to do that. That's the opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Never mind. That's drunk talk.
Maybe I'll take damage to Grace? Is Grace is like your agility and shit?
I think so, yeah.
Use like grace to get away.
Yeah. So
For
when I
example.
land, I like basically roll my ankle, but like robot way.
Oh,
And,
wait, it's not only on one of your dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like a third character when you're combined together. It's just you two working together.
But when one of our stats is damaged, the together ones.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Just pick whose grace gets damaged, though.
Okay. I'm going to have
Whoever the legs are, your shock absorbers go out. Alright, sure. Okay, so it's time to roll now.
the.
This is good music. You just go on a loop and it still keeps the tempo.
Okay. I'm still rolling with hope because we're still working together.
Oh!
Oh.
Okay. So I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Alright, so you buy as much time as you need and their attention is all on you. So you shoot into Hardshell and use him to swing into the air like with your harpoon gun so you can kind of like get some air. And he is like looking
Yeah.
up at you.
So yeah, I swing off, and then I basically use the momentum of it to land safely in a different location, so when the building falls, it doesn't crush me.
Alright, another skyscraper tower or something.
Yeah.
But as you land, there's a crunching sound in your actuators, and whoever the legs are is all like, oh no.
Mhm.
Something popped. Something that deals with pneumatics and hydraulics or whatever just burst. Okay, so that's how you are now fine. Necronom.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay, so
actually,
you're holding up the building. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was just saying, when one of me takes damage when we're working together, the other takes damage to the same stat.
There it is.
So we're actually both damaged.
Yeah.
Both legs. Oh!
But we have an advantage over him now, I guess?
Yes,
or-
he is currently he's about to start transforming and throw Flutter away and get ready to grab your wrecker and end them.
Okay, so Necronom's going to get his resin gun ready, the one that injects it into machinery to, paralyze them.
Okay.
All right, you're holding the building up, so I'm going to use you as leverage and like climb up on you
Sure.
in xenomorph form, and I'm going to try and inject into him to paralyze him and end this battle.
All right. So you're gonna run up, multiplex, jump off, and try to stab him.
Mm-hmm. So let's finish the move.
Yeah.
What stat do you think I'd be rolling with? Grace again?
Courage.
Courage? I have
Science.
I have -1 courage. Science would be wisdom, I guess.
I'm just saying, Science Man running up a Titan on a collapsing building to jump into the air and try to bee sting a monster.
Yeah,
That's
that would
not-
give me a -1.
I know. I just
Or
don't-
blood. Using talents of your people, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, counts as your people. Also, are you rolling with hope because you're working with someone at this point?
Yeah,
You're working
yeah,
with multiplex.
That's why I'm climbing up him and
There
using
you
him for
go.
leverage.
Oh.
So what stat then? The hook, the
Blood.
one of my. Okay.
Man, I feel so much
Oh,
better after that.
There we go. 11.
Yeah, 11? Alright. So this would finish him. This would take him right out.
But...
Yeah, it would.
It's
if I do
you.
damage when I finish someone, I paralyze them instead of killing them. So.
Okay, you're gonna communicate in your head. Because the Overlord. One moment. Okay, you can mark off the second half of that bond you earned at level up
Okay.
with Tarantulas. As you get this communique in your head from Mesocephalus, your old school friend. It's like, think about what you're doing. He's the last of his kind. If you give him to the Autobots, it'll go extinct, and another unique organism on Cybertron's biodiversity will be lost forever. Come now, you were never such a executioner when I knew you.
Mezzo, you know as well as I do that life always finds a way.
So that's his hard cut on you. He's going to make you fail by guilting you into it.
Yeah, he transforms back into his robot mode at the last moment, and kind of lands back on a platform. Oh, damn.
Akito says, I knew you didn't have it in you.
No, it doesn't. But my cut is someone here noticed he fumbled that at the last minute, unintentionally.
Maybe it's Flutter falling down, seeing things upside
Because
down.
I make you fail, and then I make a cut.
Yeah.
That is my cut.
Yeah, he lands back on the platform and kind of swings his needle gun down, and just splatters like kind of smoking acid astringent down to the ground.
Not only did I see it, but I'm always recording.
Oh, drama!
I was gonna say I don't want to be the one that sees it because
You're a bigot against Nazis.
yeah, you can't be a bigot against that. But
I guess a xenomorph.
Alright. As an aside, I'm not going to make him use his other bond the next time you try that because he wants to keep at least one bond with most of you guys.
Yeah.
So, as far as I'm sure, that was the last bond I'm going to spend to protect
Hardshell.
Hardshell. Any more, and I'm just burning my resources for no good reason.
Yeah. I mean, this is the game of resources. We want you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
the
no,
next
it's
time you're able to get him, you'll probably get him because I don't want to spend any more of my bonds. I need those.
So, I guess the spotlight swings over to Flutter.
Oh
that sees
no,
it coming.
Flutter!
So I'm gonna do that skydiving move thing where you like tilt down to go into like a super fast free fall.
Oh, like put your arms to your side, and, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I get into the collapsing ruin of the building and the pieces that are falling apart, and then I'm gonna land on one of the pieces and start jumping from rubble to rubble to rubble until I get onto multiplex.
Yes.
You're also still super strong.
Yeah.
I'm still super strong. Yeah.
You're still jacked.
Yeah. Until I get to multiplex, and then I'm going to cling to him for safety.
I mean, technically, you just toss me now.
Yeah, okay, one, yes. Two, technically you can still throw him.
You want me to strong like you? No, do whatever you want.
You do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know. You can still fucking huck this guy in free fall.
You know,
You
you
can
still got the
huck
wind in you. You still feel it.
You're still overpowered.
Sure, I'll do that.
It's a good thing you let go of that harpoon gun. So I guess what, you grab the harpoon gun and you start like getting the swing going to fucking throw you by your
Yeah,
own
to, like-
straps.
Bat him around.
All right, roll with what was it? Blood.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's with blood.
And you're working with your giant friend, so that's with hope.
Yep.
I still have the faces of those who have wronged me. So when I roll to overcome them, I get hope anyways.
This is an overcome. This is the giant thing.
Plus a
Oh right, the giant thing. Wow, I am on fire.
Oh no.
Literally.
5.
Oh no.
Well, then I guess you have to do custom collateral damage and shit, and
All right. How the fuck is he gonna cause collateral damage in mid-air?
I mean, I was holding onto the building, so maybe he just tossed me to the building, and I guess I'm dropping the building over the area.
Sure. You know what? Yeah. You swing as hard as you can, and as soon as you do, it snaps the harpoon gun in half. And the momentum of your fist pulls the rest of you forward. You slam into multiplex, and the building collapses on him.
So, do I take some damage from that? Do we erase some bones?
I'm gonna say it's gonna knock you senseless. So net damage is your sense.
Okay.
Cute. Also,
A tiny golf ball with the proportional strength. You Ant-Man him. A golf ball with the proportional strength and density of you slams into you with a building tied to it.
also, yeah, you just took damage because of him.
Yeah,
so that
that-
fucks your bond.
Bond. Yeah, bond.
Maybe you're
breaks.
not destined for great things.
Oh no.
When,
I like that
okay,
bond.
when your action harms an ally, immediately erase one of your bonds. So your actions harmed me, therefore
So
you
I erase a bond.
You erase a bond.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yes.
Like, I guess it makes sense because that means he can't use things to help him.
Yeah.
But it seems like you should hate him for doing it, not he should hate you for doing it.
Maybe he feels the guilt or something like that.
Yeah, I guess you're just not as close, so you can't use the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that was me. Spotlight swings.
Yep. Who's up next?
Okay. Do we have an advantage on? No.
No.
Kevin spent an advantage there.
There is no advantage in play, and you guys need to make an advantage so you can deal the killing blow.
Okay. Since I think after this we'll need another rest, then I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to spend my resource, Feats of Legend, to
Could
do
you-
so. Yes?
Could you try and like run and catch him and hold him?
Yeah, but I want to do something even better than that. Okay. What would be the most awesome thing we do here? Maybe I see that he's in the air. And what's the tallest thing around here? Looking at Metroplex over there. So I run over to his extended arm.
No.
And I do my
That's
feet.
Cup. No. Like he's seeing you from the flight deck in case the ship comes by. He's like, no. No.
I guess I pop his shoulder out and slam it onto.
Do you pull Metroplex's arm out?
Yes.
So it's like an arm going down the hand flattens the bug. Like a
Yes.
fucking giant fly spider.
Slam it into him, and I guess I create a giant fissure in the Cybertron from the impact.
God damn it.
So
What is this? What move could this be?
Feats of Legend.
Right, but like you're pairing it with a move.
That might be a move on its own, really, because hey, I think that would be a thing, right?
It could be a thing, sure.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I'm using my thing to create an advantage, like you to use your guy to create an advantage, so on and so on.
Well, yeah, I use my guy, and my guy
Yeah.
uses the move. Keep him busy.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, whatever. So that happens. As it does, I'm going
Yeah,
to
keep him busy is what you should probably roll.
Do you have?
Or yeah.
Yeah, the question is, do I have to, or does it just happen?
I look up Feats of Legend. It's hard to find.
It's in my playbook.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look it up.
Yeah.
Remember, his playbook's not in the main book.
I know, I'm
There we go.
in the giant playbook. Yeah, let me pause so I can Google it. Yeah, okay. Feat of Legend is a gear option that lets him do a one-use insane thing, like fucking drinking a lake or picking up the moon.
Yeah.
So you rip Metroplex's arm out of his shoulder socket and use it to hurl down a Hardshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll give you advantage.
As soon as the blow lands, I'm going to use. Wait, no, I don't want to use my stuff because then I won't have it later. So I'm going to jump off the building that I'm on.
You probably
Onto-
should, because that building and a lot of area
Yeah.
around it's going away.
So yeah, I do a running leap, jump onto Multiplex's shoulder, wheel down his arm, and then Metroplex's arm.
I guess you guys split and are both driving as much as possible.
Yeah, so yeah, we split, drive down as fast as possible, at the last minute recombine, and between two of Metroplex's fingers, Hardshell's head is there. I'm gonna aim and fire. This is for sea spray.
Pay 2 prices.
I will take damage to...
2 of your stats.
One moment. Prices here. Besides damage and gear.
Be creative. Or like, damage gear, companions, bonds.
You can always let tarantulas form a bond with you for later.
Yeah, let tarantulas form a bond with you. Where it's like you're worried you can't beat him if this is just one of his goons.
Or
And this is all it took to destroy him.
you kill one of your own, guild or something.
He's not one of my own.
Isn't he a
No,
record?
no, He's a-
Hardshell kills records. That's his thing.
Hardshell
Okay.
is a Insecticon. He's just one of the smart ones.
Okay.
He's famous among, not among Insecticons, among Decepticons for offlining the most records.
Neat.
For some reason, I thought he was a wrecker too.
Yeah.
No.
No, that was Counterpunch.
So yeah,
right.
yeah, I'll figure out a bond for Tarantulas to have with me.
About being hopeless about it, feeling despair about it.
I'm not gonna say it's despair about it, but one of my characters, Smash, their agenda was, to get revenge on this
Overwhelming
guy.
obsession with tarantulas
Yeah,
now, transferring it.
Yeah, exactly. It was to
Yeah.
get revenge on this guy, but now it's like,
Now you're dangerously obsessed with tarantulas because look at this.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and what's the other price you pay? You gonna take damage? You gonna take damage?
Yeah, I guess.
You know, this is too much high speed stunting, and you're wearing yourself down.
I will take damage to what is blood again? Is that like your like
strength and your like natural abilities of your people or something like that?
You know, it's your passion, like it's your fighting.
Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what I was trying to
You're
get
winding yourself.
not like winding myself, but you know when you complete something really big.
Catharsis.
And yeah, it's like catharsis, and like you just feel like happy tired. You just don't want to move, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna damage blood.
Okay. All right. Roll. Finish them. And if you get a 10, you will kill Hardshell. You're working with the giant. Do you have a bond with him?
We have bonds with each other, yes.
Then
Plus,
you
I also roll with focus.
Oh.
I'm working with myself. So
Eventually, you're going to have to split away from them for an
so
adventure.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah.
You blow his processor out.
Yeah. Yes! I'm gonna take his horn.
Just rip off a trophy, take a body part.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Shooting my gun off into the air.
The two of you, like you're both.
Yeah.
You both are untransformed. That's the both of you could do it.
Yes.
And there's. Pew, 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 pew.
Well, now just a swarm.
All right, yeah, you offline Hardshell. He's done. Maybe he's in deep stasis. You guys can figure it out later. Because Cybertronians are sturdy. It's very hard to permanently kill one unless you actually put some effort in. Okay, you guys have a problem. There's still one swarm active, and the other one is inside multiplex, eating him from the inside out.
Oh right, you told us. Oh right.
They're inside and you can't get to them. You cannot damage this swarm.
Hold still. I'm going in.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to run down and I'm going to go in the hole that they made.
This reminds me of an episode of Lost in Space where the robot gets exposed to gigantonium and becomes giant-sized, and they have to go inside and use another Irwin Allen sci-fi set to represent the inside of the robot, and they have to fight his insides to, like, save him.
Oh no, there's like scraplets.
Oh, gross. You didn't wear protection? Alright, so he's being eaten alive from the inside, gang. Now you can see, like, bugs, like, ripping out, like, his joints and stuff. Also, there's another swarm out there, still causing trouble.
And the flying swarm.
Is the leader of that settlement still around? Like, is he here?
You mean Cup?
Yeah.
Cup's not here. Cup's in the settlement.
I'll be right
They're
back.
shooting Insecticons right now on the walls. Like, they're holding the fort from the other swarms. Which haven't dispersed yet.
Would I be able to get in there, though? Or
Oh, I
You're
mean,
a
they're
spider.
shooting insects.
You can climb
And-
up there.
They're shooting monsters blindly. It's World War I.
Oh,
over
right,
there.
yeah. Communications, though?
Do you have communications?
I assume we would have them since we've been trying to coordinate this, so...
Sure, if you have a communication device, go for it.
Do you still have that Dark Energon? He just asks immediately, no hello, just...
No, what?
We may need to set Multiplex on fire, as originally intended. He's
Oh,
got...
you mean Black Energon?
Yes. That's...
Oh, yeah.
Are you able to launch a canister out here?
We're a little... You hear, like, shooting in the background?
The sooner we have Multiplex back online, the sooner we can,
I'll see what I
assist.
can do.
Can I use a way in to
Face in.
you like open a ground bridge, go and grab it and come back?
It's a whole swarm. Sure.
There it is. Okay, so the twins combine back together into Breakout, and there's a wormhole around them, and they vanish, and you appear in front of Cup, who's on the flight deck of one of Metroplex's cannons, who's, like, scanning the sky for the ship. You know, because that's the main concern here.
Yes.
Oh, and you're like, whoop, it's like, oh! We're all magic now, I see.
And remember, it's not just me teleporting. It's like a whole ground bridge.
Yeah, no, it's like a ground
portal.
bridge gateway.
Yeah.
You like he like points where the canister is basically, so you can go get it, or you can send your dog to go get it and bring it back.
Oh yeah.
Fetch.
Fetch.
Like not like use the thing, but like whatever.
Yeah. Also, they're people, so I'm not going to tell it to fetch.
I mean, you can. It's fine.
You're bigger than them, therefore you're better than
He's
them.
into it.
Don't make him shoo.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
I've seen her.
Fucking lord. I'll grab the canister, jump back through the portal, and be like, "You wanted this?
Yes,
What's the
thank
plan?"
Portal!
So this stuff is super flammable?
It is once it's been refined and mixed with energon. It's an energon additive.
Okay, and you're a refinery.
Yep, I've got my energy
Yeah,
right
just turn his blood into fire.
I mean, yeah, not no.
Will it actually fuck him up, or
I mean, yes, it will burn him from the inside
like
out.
he'll take damage, but it'll be okay.
Yeah,
Right?
he'll be crippled for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not gonna go Megatron.
Only if it gave him flight.
No.
So I'm a scientist.
No.
I'm assuming I can put together enough of an idea of the acceptable level of black energon to put into him that would roast the insects without...
By the way, you were right the first time. It is called Dark Energon. Cup is wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's called black energon.
Dark.
He doesn't have dark energon on him. No Autobot does. He said black energon the first time I said it because it's an oil additive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I just made it up.
Oh, okay. I assumed it was Dark Energon.
Anyway, your plan reminds me of The Transformers Choose Your Own Adventure book I had when I was a kid out at camp, where they made super energon and had to, super oil. Hot Rod or someone invented it, and they had to figure out. You had to figure out in the Choose Your Own Adventure how much oil to give the Autobots to help them fight the Decepticons. If you give them too few, it's not enough and they die. If you give them too much, their arms and limbs fall off and they die. But if you give them just enough, they are able to fend off the Decepticons and save the day.
Neat.
Right.
And you're small and flighty enough. Wait, you can't fly, but you're small enough that you can probably get into the refinery areas and refine this.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
any of us can. Well,
Oh.
maybe not you because you're regular size, but like he's super tiny, so he definitely can. And my guys split like apart.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna relay that
I mean,
plan.
he's an energon refinery. Normal-sized Cybertronians can live inside of him.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
They just can't because the inside of him's a hazard until he buys that.
Like, I think I can carry one person before, like, I have.
Yeah, it's just
one
like you're
person
carrying
size,
competitive.
Yeah.
You are big enough that you could hold like 30 people inside of you.
Yeah.
It's just that because you're so old, as we discussed
Yeah.
previously, you're not suitable for habitation. So you get that move and you know
Yeah.
come back online fully.
Yeah.
He's big, very big.
so we're going to install this.
You have to get into his fuel pump. It'll be near his energon chamber.
I need you to cover me while I do this.
All right, the three of
We
you are going
definitely
in.
do that.
Okay. The four of you, I guess, if you're split.
Well, if we don't need to split, we're not going to.
And then two, then you can you guys can be covering different aspects and like covering ground.
I'm gonna let you handle this. So
You know what? You
well,
are almost dead. That's fair.
That is fair.
Well, this is going on. I'm gonna go back up to your shoulder and kind of tap you and point at one of the faraway swarms.
But yeah, the other swarm you have to deal with.
I go multiplex. I want to fly again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're still drunk with power. Oh my god, yeah, if you were fighting inside of Peter, or inside of Multiplex, you'd be blowing holes in him.
Collateral damage.
Like, oh! Smoke coming out of his mouth and eye holes. He turns gray and black and then transforms into a coffin.
No.
They cancel your toy line. Na, 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 na.
Okay, let's roll. 9, 10 plus. Yep. So you go exactly what you want.
Okay, he hucks you.
Great.
Yep. I guess you can crash into them
Awesome.
in the swarm.
Alright, you throw the swarm around you because you crash into them like a meteor. Because he chose that option to be like, smash!
Little Flutter just extends his hand Superman style.
Right?
Just keeps punching.
Okay, you two, if you guys are engaged in the swarm, we do that na 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 na. The Autobot symbol as you guys are inside a giant sci-fi set that is the inside of his body. It's all like damaged on the inside and not rusted, but like covered in like oil and old layers of like debris and like energon crude and stuff. Like this place is not well maintained. His arteries are just shot to shit. You got to get this guy on a diet. He's grossly unhealthy for his age. Yeah, every once in a while out of a corner, Insecticons pop out. They're chewing through him. They're burrowing.
Yeah, Necrodome kind of has one arm tucked behind his hand, the other is holding the canister, and he's just using his tail to like flick them away.
Yeah, on their own, they're not that much of a threat.
Excellent job putting an end to Hardshell. He's had it coming for a long while.
Sure has.
And you did it with Punch's weapon.
Yeah, I did.
All right, what are you guys doing?
We're heading towards the core. We're going to install the.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
basically like suppressing fire.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are gonna run down to those levels. There is a. It looks like his internal systems are activating emergency seals, kind of like Titanic, like bulkheads are sealing and have sealed in him.
Mhm.
And again, this is an autonomic process. It's not something he can really control. So, what are you doing? Like your path is being like sealed up. I don't know. What do you want to take the time to kind of figure out? Because you can use multiple moves to kind of assess the situation or brute force. Like this is where the roleplay goes.
These things can chew through like about anything, right?
Yeah, like they're all on him and like spitting acid and like digesting him.
We're full of energon, right?
Yeah.
So if I like cut myself and fling it onto like one of the doors where I want a hole, will they shoot through it?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll just give that to you.
Yeah. So yeah, he tears into his systems, flings it on, and then uses his resin to quickly seal it so they don't try to dig in there.
This reminds me of a movie called Alien Resurrection, where the xenomorphs did exactly that.
The two strong ones look at the weak one.
Yeah.
There's also one where one chews out the inside of its mouth and sprays it on a door to get through.
Yeah, he's all very casual about this too.
Okay, you see that. That's a horror show.
Multiplex is like, ah.
Oh,
I mean, in
my
comparison to
bones.
so everything's swarming there. Everything just hurts.
Kind of pats like the side of the bullet.
Yeah, they're chewing
He's
through.
like, we've both felt worse, I'm sure.
Toughen up. Okay, well that's the obstacle overcame. All right, you get to his energon core. It's the main part of his body that processes it. It's right by his spark chamber, which hey, it's right there. It's like a big, like covered, plated, kind of spherical area with like tubes coming out of it. That his soul's right there. All
So
you
he's-
have to do, Wrecker.
Oh my god.
It's going to get very, very hot in here. It's going to be unpleasant for me. It's going to be unpleasant for you.
I can get us a way out real quick. I just once we get this set up, I can book us.
Excellent.
All right, yeah. There's an access hatch for like a fuel injection.
All right, I'm just going to shove that in there.
Yeah. Like it starts processing through his system. Oh, your blood hurts. Is this what blood feels like?
You got smoke coming out of my mouth.
You are going to
What?
feel a slight sting.
Point from the inside.
You will hear a slight ringing in your ear. You will hear a slight ringing in your audio processors. Fortunately, you will be nowhere near them. All right. At this point, then you guys are going to have to roll getaway as this ignites.
Okay, you have power.
I'm going to use a way out
Ah.
to disappear, leaving the scene. You may take any allies within
Oh,
range
thank
of
you.
Wow.
It's just like, oh, bitch.
You ground Rich
I'm
out
just
of
like,
you ground Rich out of his heart soul chamber.
yes.
That's healthy for it.
Soul food, Devin. Soul food.
Soul food.
My God.
And I guess yeah, you're gonna ignite your blood. I'm gonna say you're taken out.
Sure.
I'm gonna say turning all your blood to fire and like
So multiplayer just starts bellowing fire.
from his mouth and eyes and holes.
Just, plants on his knees.
Just like Gen 1. I'm sure people who play Fellowship and maybe the creator, if I post the podcast there, are listening to this. I'm just saying that all of your blood turning to fire takes you out of the scene.
I mean, I do have some regeneration still left, but sure.
Let's just put that to bed.
Here, have some healing herbs.
Cybertron needs to have an equivalent of like cigarettes, right?
Cigars. That's what Cup's been smoking. Never making that smoking noise.
He pulls out a cigar, goes up to where the offline multiplex is, and just lights it.
God damn it. Using an Energon activator.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff. You're gonna give it back, right? I need that for my Cybacco.
All right. So I assume that dealt with swarm inside of him.
Yes, now there's just the one swarm left. Flutter, let's cut to you in the middle of a swarm that's been knocked aside.
Okay, so I'm gonna land in them, stand up, retract my arm blade, and then pull out my advanced sensors and just start scanning the swarm and calculating trajectories and impact velocities and getting all the data I need for one perfect ground slam.
Well,
I'm going to
Alright.
look closely.
since this is a swarm, they're overpowering, and you're acting alone because multiple has just been offline, I think you have to pay the price.
What will be the price you pay? You haven't paid a lot of those lately.
What will be the price that I pay?
How much damage have you taken?
Well, I got healed.
Oh, right. Well, hooray.
He spent all of his gear though.
Yeah. I'm actually going to say that this breaks the bond that I have with one of my companions, because Smoke was kind of like a mentor figure to me and taught me the arts of moving in the shadows.
As soon as you got brute strength, you took advantage of
being
it.
subtle, getting information, not engaging in conflicts, and I've just kind of thrown that out the window and gone all ham. So it breaks that bond.
All right.
So roll.
Eight. So I asked 2 questions. Tell me about the swarm. What are they doing? What will they do next?
The swarm is going to attack you because you're the biggest threat.
Okay.
And what's your next question?
What will happen if I use my giant strength to slam the ground and create a massive shockwave impact crater in the middle of them?
If you corral them close to you, the shockwave should be too much of a pressure thing to their systems, and it'll just switch off their simple cybernetic neural systems.
And they're coming at me, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to wait the last possible minute for them to get all over you before you do it.
I will do that then.
First thing is, you still got the giant strand, and there's a heaping, burning cars. If you just toss that on them,
Pick him. Okay. Alternatively, you could pick up Multiplex, who is on fire, and a fly swatter, and do to him what he done to Metroplex.
Yeah, but
Everyone's happy.
doing the kind of big brute strength smashy things is not my style, and it really hasn't been working out for me. So I think I'm going to try and line up the perfect single shot. And
I will
take them
say
out
that
way.
look closely, or what was that? Look closely.
Yeah.
I will say that is giving you an advantage. But now they are swarming you.
Okay.
So you're going to pay for this now.
Okay.
swing the light.
What? Swing the blight?
Spotlight, right? Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
danger's coming his way.
Who's up next?
I mean,
We're kind of out of danger now.
yeah, we're done, right?
Well, unless
We're
you want to
done,
go in
right?
and help your other buddy.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. He's, a non-combatant.
You have healing herbs?
Yes.
Kind of like go into his giant pocket and like
His cargo bay.
to his giant mouth, or however that would work. It's like he's dead. I just like
I think if I'm
shoot a
taking
cut for him.
Moving his jaw.
Right. Like I know that's not how it works, but can I just do that? Use his healing herbs for him.
I just spoke to the creator of the game, and they're like, "That sounds right. Having all your blood replaced with fire will kill all sorts of things inside of you."
Fucking lord.
Fucking lord. No.
Turning all your blood into fire.
No, he is out. He is done. He is a set piece now. If you two want to grab his nitrous energon, do you still have some of that?
No, I got only one use of ambrosia, but I still got food and healing herbs for other people and regeneration for myself.
Though I have not taken damage today, I am very hungry.
I actually have taken a shit ton of damage. Well, a shit ton. 2 stats.
The reason recover and taking downtime both call out advancing the Overlord's plan. Because in the middle of the adventure, you guys can just sit down and have like a meal around a campfire and recover.
But that's fill your belly. That's a separate move.
Yeah, but that is what I think would trigger recover. Instead of like you would recover while you're filling your belly, I think.
No, recover is specifically when you get all your stuff back.
I don't know dick about shit now.
So we'll have to ask the creator next time.
Oh, bound in service. Companions for help. We're not companions to each other. Are we? Is that what?
No,
I don't think so.
Companions is your gear.
Capital C companions are your gear buddies.
Oh, okay.
Where's the...
All right. So yeah, multiplex is out, but that's fine. We only have one thing left to do. You just have to give Flutter something so that he can kill this swarm.
Or protect him for this one that's coming his way.
All right. I'm going to look around for an advantage to create, not with a capital A. I mean, like in a.
You're just like,
There's damage everywhere. There's things that are on fire. There's probably electrical, energon cords and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something to attract his attention that could be used to finish them off, basically. So.
I mean,
Looking at the environment.
Multiplex's pockets are full of energon.
Don't lure them away. That'll ruin my plan.
What's your plan exactly?
Let them swarm me and then smash them.
So just to the energon there or whatever.
Can I get my 2 foxes to like disengage from me and then just like circle around them, kind of sheepdog style, to get them to further go in?
Sure. The big thing you have to help Flutter with is the swarm is swarming him, and they might kill him before he gets a chance for him to slam them.
There's a cat coming his way.
Oh, overcome is what we want.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I
But
see what you're
how
saying.
will you overcome this?
Right. Okay, I just wasn't understanding what the problem
That's
was.
fine.
We'll set him on fire too.
We'll replace all your blood with fire.
We're just gonna set everything on fire all the time.
You know that
we're
there's
we're friends with oil.
there is
still.
a destiny that you can pick if you set like 3 things on fire as solution to problems.
Jeez.
There's also a flavor called the Dragon, which doesn't have to be a dragon. It could just be someone with a flamethrower who's like, oh boy!
And now Ripley and the Xenomorph.
Yeah, you could fall into a transmetal driver and come out as like Megatron did. So your Xenomorph that's also like on fire.
Trench is just like, no! I don't want this.
I need my fire plating.
So to deal with this, what do insectoids hate? Like, are they repelled by anything, or
What are bugs in real life?
I don't want to drive them away though.
Fire.
Smoke fucks up bugs. However,
Smoke.
I just killed
The
their
leader.
leader.
Oh yeah, this is why at the end this isn't a threat because they're going to disperse without a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Well, will they be mad at me? Like, can
They're
I
not
use that
intelligent enough to be
to?
mad.
Is there wind on this planet?
Yeah, there is a full planet with a full ecosystem. Remember, just World War I Earth.
There's just very little water.
There's moisture, there's oil and
Yeah.
grease. There's just not H2O.
All right. If
There's
there's
energon, it's liquid.
If there's any industrial fans abandoned nearby, I'm going to try and hook them up to Multiplex, since he's full of still burning energon, to try and push the smoke. Or is that so that they become disoriented?
No. This sounds like a plan. Okay, getting the smoke from Multiplex to the Insecticons. Okay. What do you got for tricks? Do you have any tricks left? Wait, don't you have a thing that lets you make a huge distraction?
I do. Literally, as you were saying that, I'm like, oh right.
Son of a bitch.
But that's a distraction. That's keep them busy, not overcome. Well, actually, it doesn't say which move it is, so
Yeah.
I just use it as overcome. That makes sense.
You could use your record tricks to ground bridge the smoke on top of the combat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what that we've decided that your the pair tricks are. It's the experimental ground bridge inside of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we work together to like get the
Yeah.
smoke over there.
And I'm a set piece.
Yeah, set piece.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we had more time in the day, like if we took a break, I would have the second half of this have been one of those set pieces where you have to scale the Titan, Colossus style. But it's like him just kind of stumbling about on fire, not really thinking because he's in a fire coma. And it's like you have to take out the Colossi now.
So I guess I'm rolling.
Yeah, it's just overcome. You just have to overcome this for Flutter.
What is this plus?
Blood.
Oh. What happens if your stat is damaged?
You roll with despair.
Okay, so that means
But if you roll
I
with hope and despair, it means you roll normal.
cancel. So I'm just gonna. Okay. 4, 5, 6. I still add my stat though, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
7, 8.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Temporary solution.
can pay a price to a 10 plus or a temporary create a temporary solution.
Pay a price, and you'll give Flutter what he needs.
Yeah. All right.
Burn out your ground bridge until you recover.
I would say yes, but I've actually already used all the options for it, so that seems kind of cheaty.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Burn out your T-cogs,
So we're stuck together then, right?
or
And
stuck
we
apart.
Well,
Pick
we
one or
were-
the other.
We were working together, so we would be stuck together. Unless, I guess it can blow us apart.
Yeah.
Okay, it fucks us up when we.
Yeah, because I think we established the ground bridge is tied. Like the ground bridge. I was going to bring this up if you ever encountered Skywarp. Your ground bridge, how it works so efficiently, is it networks both of your T-cogs through it, so you're both handling the calculations for the Einstein-Rosen bridge. So you've used it so much, you guys just magnetize apart.
We can actually use them separately, just to let you know.
Yeah,
But
it's flavor.
okay, I just wanted
It
to.
doesn't matter.
It's a Pacific
You guys have a subspace connection that allows it to do the math.
Yeah.
So that means you both have half of the ground bridge, and there's like a flat black sheet against it, and they're both actually technically connected in like subspace, like a static active wormhole.
That's really neat.
Yeah, Skywarp was going to talk about this if you ever encounter him, because he naturally has one inside of him. All right, you guys blow apart, and the smoke falls onto the crowd, and the Insecticons are getting confused and stuff now. Flutter, this is it, Flutter. This is your moment. This is your time to fly.
Earn your
Don't
wings,
fail me
buddy.
now.
They'll chase you, they'll stumble, but they'll join you in the sun, Flutter.
And if you two have a bond, then
Do you have a bond with me? No, you don't. Yeah.
Nicole, you need bonds with people.
I know. Right now, I have a bond with.
Right now, I regret not having bonds with my
wait,
friends.
we're
I
both
totally do
working
have a bond with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said
What's
earlier
yours?
we didn't, but I
Your-
do.
Yeah.
Actually, since me and you were working together for this,
I also don't have a bond.
Well,
No,
yeah,
he's saying
but I
George
have
we can
one.
probably
Yeah.
figure
Oh!
this. Oh yeah.
All right. I'll let it go. I'll let it go because your rolls have been atrocious. Maybe change out your dice.
Yeah, I don't have my dice bag with me. But since I'm
There's other d6s.
waiting, they're not green. Since I'm waiting for the perfect moment and going with panache and style, I'm going to use grace.
Go for it.
These dice are green.
Oh my god, buddy. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
10.
10.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Kill them.
Eliminate the last swarm. You do it. You jump into the air. You Hulk smash down with all of your turbocharged systems.
Slow motion crater as they
Yeah,
fly out.
it shorts out their simplistic minds, from the shockwaves, which happens to real people. When bombs go off, the pressure wave actually kills people from it just overwhelming their senses.
Yeah, it fucks up the electromagnetic stuff in their brains.
Switch off,
Yeah.
and it's done. It's done. Without a leader. Here, let me find a track as we wind down from this conflict, this insane conflict. All right. You guys, you bots, are standing in the battlefield. The other Insecticons disperse out to swarms and individuals that haven't been, shredded by the city's autocannons, and just kind of leave. Hardshell's decapitated or pulverized body lies there under Metroplex's arm that you ripped off.
Yep.
Your Titan is lying there, on fire, smoking.
Some internal
Internal
Fire
systems are
suppressor.
starting.
some
foam.
foaming up.
Halon systems kick in inside of you and
Yeah.
smother the fires. As your internal systems start trying to, take you out of. You're currently in stasis lock, and your systems are just taking you out of it slowly. It's gonna take time.
Yep.
Someone needs to give you some TLC. Yeah, after the fight is confirmed to be over, soldiers come out and collect the wounded and go to triage, but people come out cheering, shooting into the sky. People are driving around. You're just being hailed as heroes.
Gonna hold up a Hardshell's horn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's just chanting till all
High
are
five
one.
cup.
You did it, you little guy! People are chanting till all are one.
Till all are one. All are one.
I'm gonna go up to Cup and be like, so we held.
Oof, you took a beating there, Firefly.
It'll buff out.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get my age, you find that, you find out people say that when they're being nice.
But I just wanted to say, you know, we certainly did our part of the bargain. I hope you'll be holding up yours.
Wait, really? On the eve of victory, you're gonna accuse me of welching?
I'm not accusing you of welching. I just heard some unsettling things, and I wanted to make sure that everyone is going to find a home here once we leave.
Oh! Right, the welching. Alright, little engine that could. You and your big war machine and the monster ghost have proven that maybe through our cooperation, open-mindedness, we can kill every Decepticon that we see. That we don't like. You want a cigar?
I don't smoke. I'm not old enough.
I'm too. And cut.
Yeah, alright. Or do you guys have anything else to do in here?
Definitely want to recover, but other than that,
Is there any sign of anti-punch?
counterpunch.
Nega-punch?
Oh, the only thing you find in the debris is scraps of paint from Counterpunch. Evidence that maybe his body was moved.
Corpsey little fella.
Colin doesn't want to die.
Maybe he'll be the next general.
Yeah, the Trenches does have an extra general, and I might make a Counterpunch. But I might make it someone more interesting.
And someone with a paint job.
A much cooler villain. Counterpunch seems like he's a Season 2 threat. Where it's
like, grab 2 more people like him and have your Team Rocket there.
You can actually just do it with one guy on the Team Rocket thing.
Yeah.
I am tempted to let Tarantula spy the organization.
Yeah.
Because then you can just have Counterpunch and a few other people.
I like that I have his gun. I really
You
like
got
that.
Punch's Path
I have
Blaster.
Punch's gun, and it's the thing that I killed. Fucking his murderer.
And
with.
since like all of your gear was damaged, you always like swap out the gear to have that as your new option instead.
One thing Necronom does do, actually, is scan through his frequencies to figure out how the hell that happened. With Tarantula tapping in.
It's the old school BBS.
I see.
You still have the old university BBS codes knocking around your communicator. He used logins from huge tracts of time from before the war that only someone from the university would know, who's like, you know, a senior, to like log in and send you a message.
He's got root access.
He kind of,
Not even root access, just
he kind of taps his claw against his communicator, contemplates deleting it, and then just leaves a message in like the offline bar. It's just like, till next time.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
there is an offline mode message, till all are none.
That's his reply, till next time.
Once I'm done talking to Cup, I'm just gonna go off and sit by myself for a bit and review the video of Necronom.
Yeah, these are all vignettes happening as the wind down goes. There's a doctor there, like as you're reviewing, kind of through your like visor system or whatever, who's like working on you.
Yeah.
Got to get you into a CR chamber after this, little guy.
I'm just gonna save that file.
Save that one for later.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. High-fiving, chat, reviewing stuff. Yeah. People are like putting hooks into you, and like there's a bunch of Autobots because you're not super big.
Yeah.
They're towing you back into the city, and they're also towing that arm.
They can just wait till I get back.
You know what? It's awesome. It is awesome. Fucking Metroplex
Put the smack down.
put the smack down.
That's how he killed Megatron. It's a common story. Metroplex killed Megatron.
I mean, I could always take my gear option to having a club, just carrying that around.
Cup, give it back! It doesn't belong to you!
Doesn't belong to you either.
Give it back! You're violating his bodily autonomy.
You're tapping into the spinal fluids.
Fucking Cup's like, well, now I have to join the fellowship, because,
Give it back! All right, so let's that'll end the role play part. Let's wind down with the end of session stuff because I'm excited about that. I'm going to pause. All right, we're back. So we went through those 3 questions you go through at the end of level session. We hit yes on all 3 of them, which means we chose the level up 3 times in a row, and we just let everyone hit level 3. We were already level 2, except for Peter, who was at level 1. He got to level 2, and then we had like 5 left over for all 5 of our characters, so everyone is at level 3. Normally you're not allowed to level twice in a row, but we're not going to keep having Peter be a level behind when he could clearly be the same level. Like, there was enough checks for it. So, we're all level 3, and you've gained fellowship with this community, and we've discussed it. This community, the Giant's Last Stand, is a Wreckers community, which means I've pitched 3 moves for the community to get as a move for fellowship. Borrowed Time from the Pair Playbook, Dwarven Hospitality from the Fellowship Playbook, and Something Evil This Way Comes from the Fellowship Playbook, or the Fellowship Core Book. And they all decide to take Borrowed Time. So Borrowed Time goes like this. The Fellowship may recover right here, right now, without letting the Overlord advance their plans. Then, the Fellowship may take some downtime. During downtime, the Overlord's first turn must be spent revealing all of their current plans to the Fellowship via company secrets, and they do not get a chance to advance their plans at this time. So the group has decided to get a jump start on the 2 plans Tarantulas has, not let them advance, and decide which one they're going to try and cut him off at. So by the time we come to next session, I'll decide what his new plan is, because he immediately gets to replace his old plan, and we'll go from there. And they were going to rest and recover and have like a downtime session at the beginning of the next session anyway, and now they get it for free, without Tarantulas advancing or gaining a lap on them.
Yep.
So all of that horrific amounts of damage is going to be recovered, and we'll go from there. But it is late. That was a full session, and I think I'm going to call it here. Or we're all going to call it. So, I was Devin.
Nicole.
Tyler.
Kevin.
And Peter.
And this was sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.